Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Well, if you see gold, what's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of True Capitalist Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 136 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast. All right, go to the social networks, go to the forums, go to the blogs, and spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that we are in effect and in the house right here on True Capitalist Radio. First of all, I want to extend my apologies to the folks that were expecting a broadcast yesterday. Once again, I have a whole bunch of business activity and ventures that I am participating in. I'm making a bunch of financial moves during this time of another economic retraction that we're obviously seeing here. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But once again, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Do you understand? And I'll be actually losing money if I sat here and did a broadcast yesterday instead of conducting the business that I had to at that particular time. So once again, I am sorry. And if you're one of those stupid bronies or trolls or feminists or fruit bowls or liberal long hair bedwetters, well, too freaking bad. All right, tough titty. Tough freaking titty. But anyway, folks, once again, I just wanted to reiterate some of the things that I had talked about on the last broadcast. I wanted to say that the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. And the reason I say this, folks, is because I was saying that because of the investor sentiment that's going on out here in the investment community, we're seeing a lot of emotionally impulsive type trading activity, which is rising the VIX, making lots of volatility, lots of waves up and down, and not to mention we're seeing a lot of dramatic contractions because these assholes sell off because, for a lack of a better term, they don't know their asses from their elbows. But there are a lot of factors that basically brought in this particular sell-off today, and one in particular is the damn European debt situation that's happening out there. All right, I mean, we already talked about it at the beginning of the week that France and Germany are not necessarily growing economically. The economic growth of these countries have stunted. As a result, it's spooked the markets. And not to mention that they don't seem like they're going to be able to fix the socialist debt problems that they have found themselves in because they've embraced this ridiculous, human, stagnant idea of socialism. And as a result, they're in a pickle. They're in a goddamn pickle. It looks like we just may see what we saw in 2008. Remember the whole housing derivative security nonsense that we saw that literally jeopardized the integrity of the financial system in 2008 in America? We may see that in Europe. We may see it here within the next several months, for Christ's sake, and I believe that's what we're seeing, a lot of this investor sentiment of selling off today. And not to mention that we saw some bad economic manufacturing data. For the folks who are reading the manufacturing numbers that came out today, I mean, just in the negative. So once again, a helter-skelter type of investment community out here, folks, but there are plays to be made. There are plays to be made. When everybody's leaving the market, that's when you go in, and that's been Warren Buffett's strategy. That's my strategy as far as long-term investment is concerned. Remember, you can diversify. That's how you beat the market, is by diversification. But in the end, the long-term investor reigns supreme for the biggest profits. And when everybody's leaving the markets, that's when I'm going in for long-term investment, for Christ's sake. All right? But once again, we are witnessing another economic contraction. The investors out here basically have their panties in a bunch. They don't know how to react based upon this new economy, and we see it today in the markets. I mean, did you see the Dow Jones? It is down 419.63 points today. That's a decrease of 3.68% on the day. I mean, good God! Oh! But once again, helter-skelter markets, baby. You know, if you have some liquidity, if you have some other financial investments that you can liquidate and parlay into the equities market at this point in time, I'm telling you right now, there's no way in hell that these prices stay this low. And the only thing that could possibly spook the markets is this ridiculous nonsense of possible more stimulus and quantitative easing, so on and so forth. We're going to get to that in just a second. But what really also caused another dramatic spook in the market on top of the European debt crisis situation that they have going on over there, Obama unleashed a little bit of a preamble of what the hell he's going to initiate as some jobs package coming Labor Day. I don't know if you folks are familiar with this, but Obama is actually going to initiate some kind of a jobs bill, or I don't know what they're billing it as. But this coming Labor Day, he's actually going to go out and he's going to unveil this makeshift jobs package, which is going to take so-called tax breaks to those that are hiring, those that have been unemployed. There's just been vague facts that have come out about this particular bill, but one that stands out, I just can't believe it that this is America, but one that stands out is another stimulus package. Oh, isn't that great? Oh, thanks a lot, Mr. President. Yeah. Woo! Can you believe that? Another stimulus package, for Christ's sake. I mean, didn't we just learn from stimulus package 2 that you just can't just throw American money around, taxpayer money, mind you. This is taxpayer money, and think that the economy is just going to fuel itself? I mean, you know what really sickens me about Stimulus Package 2, which was initiated not just by Obama, but the liberal regime. Let's not forget, in 2008, when Barack Obama was elected into office, the Democrats, the liberals, they had complete and total control of the government for 2 years. They could have initiated any kind of legislation. They could have passed any kind of bills, any kind of so-called help the poor initiatives. And they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing but initiate the Stimulus Package 2 bill, which was nothing more than the liberals giving back to those that contributed to their campaign contribution accounts. And once again, if you don't believe me, you just Google up Stimulus Package 2, where the money went. I'm sure you can think of a variety of different variations on how you could search for that. But just take a look at what this crap went to. It was ridiculous. And it cost the taxpayers $1 trillion. $1 trillion, for Christ's sake. Can you believe that? $1 trillion. This is what the president did in 2008 with the backing of the liberal-dominated Congress and Senate. Now, this coming Labor Day, the president is going to initiate something else that is going to call for another stimulus package. Can you believe this crap? I mean, it's no wonder you saw a sell-off in equities when you've got uncertainty in Europe with this socialist debt crisis that looks like it may lock that particular part of the economic system. You've got bad manufacturing data that just completely spook those that are in the retail and manufacturing sectors, all right? And then you've got Obama's jobs plan that he's going to initiate this goddamn Labor Day, which is going to do nothing more than initiate another stimulus package. And is this what we have? Is this all we got? Jesus Christ. The last stimulus package, folks, cost $1 trillion, and it did nothing for the economy. You want to know why it did nothing for the economy? Because the only thing that they did with that money is relay it into other bureaucratic systems that were created so that they can sustain more bureaucrats, and into the pockets of those corporations that donated into the campaign contribution accounts of the liberals. And that's the bottom line. Anybody who disagrees with that, you don't know your ass from your elbow, all right? But, folks, I just keep going back to the fact that these liberals like to claim that they're men and women of the goddamn people, you know? I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. I'm liberal. You know, I find it funny that, you know, since when Obama came to office in 2008 and he had a dominated Congress of liberals, he could have passed anything. Why didn't he just cut a check for every American citizen for $100,000? All right, do the math. If he would have just cut a check to every American citizen for $100,000, it would have cost half of the stimulus package 2 bill that they initiated that did nothing for the economy. And this is what's so frustrating about this whole debate. This is what's so frustrating when you look at people in government that try to make these so-called initiatives into the private sector. Do you understand that it's government that's ruining the private sector? It's government's interfering into the private sector is what's causing these ridiculous anomalies that we've come to know and love out here. It was the government's interference into the real estate markets that was caused the lock, that caused the damn devastation in 2008. Don't you understand that? It's government's fault, man. Where's my drink? Give me a drink. Gotta get a drink, for Christ's sake. Johnny Walker Blue Label, baby, because even though, maybe some of us out here that are invested in the equities market maybe took a couple of hits today because of the investor sentiment, well, we'll get to that in just a second. Anyway, cheers to everybody out there. Cheers. It's great, baby. Once it hits your lips, it's so goddamn good. Anyway, did I say the Dow Jones was 10,990.60 points today? Unfreaking believable. Did everybody see the S&P? I mean, the S&P took it in the teeth today. It was down 53.24 points. A percentage decrease of 4.46% on the goddamn day. Can you believe this crap? You're talking about ballless investors out here. Anyway, the S&P closes out today at 1,140.65 points. And the NASDAQ, I mean, it took the worst. You know, it's one of the most volatile markets to invest in at this point in time. But the NASDAQ took it worse. I mean, it didn't take it in the teeth. It took it in the balls, all right, because it was down 131.05 points, a percentage decrease of 5.22% on the day, closing out the day at 2,380.43 points on the goddamn day for the NASDAQ. And let me tell you, our brethren across the pond, they didn't fare any better as it pertained to the investment community in the markets here, because the FTSE 100 closed out today at 239.37 points down. That's a percentage decrease of 4.49% on the day, closing out the FTSE at 5,092.23 points on the day for the FTSE 100. So let me tell you, everybody who is invested in any kind of equities, no matter what part of the world, you were definitely, feeling it. And it's because of the investor sentiment that's out here. You got, the debt in Europe. You've got Obama talking about, more stimulus. You got the manufacturing numbers coming out in the negative. It doesn't look like there's going to be high demand for much, and the investors don't know where the hell to put their money. But in my personal opinion, folks, that money's going somewhere. You just have to read between the actual consumer sentiment and where the direction of the consumption is going is where some of these plays that you may be able to find out here in the equities markets. And let me tell you, there's a lot of them. You just got to do your own homework and be able to find them yourself. I mean, there's nobody going to play freaking wet nurse to you here and, spoon feed you, ideas so you can make capital. You understand? This is capitalism. You got to understand the analysis that's being brought to you on this broadcast, use it to your advantage, and be able to do your own research, call your own analysis, speculate on your own ideas, for Christ's sake. You understand? The game. Anyway, let's get to commodities, shall we? Energy, folks. Brent crude is down $3.90. That's a percentage decrease of 3.53% on the day. Closing out today at $106.70. Excuse me, $106.70. Per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline saw a complete decrease. It is down $31 today, a percentage decrease of 3.32% on the day for gasoline futures. So when we saw that spike in gasoline, and I speculated that we may be able to see some of these spikes in the prices at the gas pump, we saw a complete decrease today. So hopefully as school starts and everybody gets back to their routine as it goes, the price of gasoline will come down as it reflects the gasoline futures at this point in time. We got heating oil down $8.95. That's a percentage decrease of 3.02% on the day. Natural gas is unchanged, level out at unchanged levels. We've got WTI sweet crude taking a definite dive, which is a pretty good thing for the economy as far as America is concerned. I always love to see WTI sweet crude decrease in value because, once again, it reflects also the price of potential gasoline prices that we're going to pay at the pump. Anyway, WTI is down a whopping $5.89 on the day. That's a percentage decrease of 6.73%. That's down 6.73% on WTI sweet crude, closing out today at, get this, $81.69 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Let's get to the agricultural commodities. We've got canola down $4.10. Cocoa, after seeing some spikes earlier in the week, are down $54. That's a percentage decrease of 1.78%. Coffee is up modestly, but still up $1.60. That's a percentage decrease, or excuse me, a percentage increase of 0.60%. Corn is going down. It needs to go down more, but it's down $12.50. That's a percentage decrease of 1.72% on the day. Cotton is going down. It's down 87 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.81%. Let me tell you, a lot of these sell-offs in commodities, I think it may be a little premature in my personal opinion, because you see, I'm down here in Texas, and we are having one of the worst droughts in Texas history. I think there's only one drought that could relate to this. I believe it was the drought of '58, if my memory serves me correct. But this is one of the worst droughts, one of the worst times to be anybody that's in the agrarian part of the economy. It's just horrific. And according to the latest reports, Texas farmers have lost $5 billion worth of livestock and agriculture due to this horrific drought that we're having out here in Texas. $5 billion worth of loss. And I think at some point in time it's going to reflect on these commodities prices. You're not seeing it necessarily now, but as we get time to back to school and we get past this point, we go into the holidays, the consumeristic holidays like Halloween, where I'm sure that's going to spike some commodities. You go into Thanksgiving, you go into the Christmas, and those types of holidays right there. I think that the $5 billion loss in agriculture and livestock in Texas is going to reflect at some point in time. Here in the prices of commodities. So even though you've got some falls in commodities at this point in time, keep your eye out. Keep your eye out on this, because I think at this point in time, once these orders start kind of drying up and there aren't the amounts of commodities available as they were last year because of this drought. I think you're going to see some spikes, like we saw some spikes earlier in the year that I had prognosticated. But just keep your eye out for that. That's all I'm saying. You know, I just wanted to, have that in the back of your noggin. Texas agriculture's producers lost $5 billion in this drought, so at some point in time, it'll reflect here in the futures. But not today, obviously, because wheat is down $27.50, a percentage decrease of 3.25%. Sugar is down 37 cents. That's a percentage decrease of 1.25%. Soybean futures are down $5.75. Lumber is down $9.60. That's a percentage decrease of 4.15% on the day for lumber. Good God. We got oat futures down $6. That's a percentage decrease of 1.67% on the day. Soybean oil futures down 41 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.73%. And look what's up right now. It looks like the bullnose, bull dykes, the carpet munchers, the muff divers came out today because the wool futures are up $14. They're the only thing that's up out here in the damn agricultural market, up $14, up 1.06% on the day for wool. So congratulations to Ellen DeGeneres and Rosie O'Donnell and whoever, the Jodie Foster, whoever the hell. Anyway, let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals. It's time for the metals. Now, let me get through copper, because copper's actually been rather volatile, because copper's price is based upon the manufacturing output of different economies. Copper is only going to be in demand when the manufacturing goods that are needed, that need this particular commodity, continue to call orders for it or continue to demand it. And when we saw today's manufacturing numbers come out in the negative, goddamn negative, you knew that copper was going to go down, and that's exactly what happened today. Copper is down $9.10 today, a percentage decrease of 2.25% on the goddamn day. Jesus Christ. But once again, it reflects the data. It reflects the manufacturing data that came out today, folks, so it's no coincidence that we see this decrease. But let me get to the next one, all right, because this is where I'm saying the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. What have I been telling people to do within the past couple of days, or couple of weeks? What have I been telling people to do in the past couple of weeks? I've been saying, or actually before that, since Jesus Christ, since the beginning of this broadcast, I've been saying, hey, it's time to ride that roller coaster up on this bubble that is gold. You know what I mean, didn't I tell you, what was it, last broadcast? I mean, I took the broadcast off yesterday. The day before yesterday, you can look back in the archive, I said that right now is a good time to get in, start riding that wave. And once it hits 1,800, it's just going to start taking off. That's what I said on the last broadcast. If you don't believe me, go back in the archive and check it for yourself. And that's exactly what's happened, and it's going to continue going up, baby. Don't be sitting there on the sidelines and get in when it's too late. Don't be the jerk dick that buys it at $2,500 expecting to get a $500 increase on that investment. It ain't going to happen, all right? It ain't going to happen. Ride the bubble, all right? But be very cautious, because remember, this is a bubble. This is not some like Alex Jones and these pump and dump gold assholes that are out here trying to get people to put their 401ks and their livelihoods in the back of gold because they're claiming it's an uncorruptible monetary form or a monetary system. It's ridiculous, all right? This is a pump and dump job. Ride that bubble, baby. Ride that bubble. I mean, did you see the damn price of gold today? It spiked $33.40 today. That's a percentage increase of 1.86% on the day, closing out gold. And get this, all right? Because remember, day before yesterday, we were in the $1,700 range. Remember that. Day before yesterday. And even then, people were saying, do I get it now? Should I start buying gold? Should I do it? And I was like, look, it's about time for you to start hopping on, riding that bubble, and seeing how much capital you can generate off of this obviously happening. And it's right before our eyes, folks. I've been saying this for a long period of time. over-speculation, a lot of accumulation of this particular commodity. So once again, it closed out today at $1,827.20, for Christ's sake, per troy ounce of gold. $1,827.20 per troy ounce of gold, baby, and it's going to continue going. You understand? I already told you, it's going to continue going. Ride that bubble, baby. Ride that. That's what I'm doing. I mean, not only have I been accumulating physical gold, not only have I been diversifying a couple of equity positions into certain producers, retailers, manufacturers, so on and so forth, ETFs. I mean, there's so many ways to invest into gold at this point in time. But I'm doing it, and I'm not making it a humongous portion of my portfolio, but I'm making it just enough so when you see these types of economic contractions in the market, you are obviously going to see a spike somewhere, and this is where it is, gold. Gold will keep everything leveled out. I mean, remember, the money's going somewhere. They're cashing out going somewhere, and it's gold, for Christ's sake. So let me tell you, cheers to everybody out there who listened to me within the past couple of weeks. You'd be up at least about 20 or 30% on your goddamn money right now if you'd have listened to me about 2 or 3 weeks ago and started, accumulating gold, buying gold, doing something. So cheers to all those that listen to this man right here. Cheers, folks. Cheers. Woo! I'm making money, man. That's what I do. That's what I do, man. Oh, man, and let me tell you, if you think it's too late, I'm telling you it's not. You may see a couple of peaks and valleys on gold. Remember, it's going to be rather volatile, but I think it's going to continue going up. The only way it's going to go down again is if we see the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the CME Group, raise the margin requirements once again, as we saw them do in April, which collapsed the damn metals market. And the reason they did that is because, let's be honest, the government bailed out Wall Street, they bailed out these exchanges, and they owe the present administration, they owe the liberal regime that bailed them out. And the reason that they raised the margin requirements for gold and silver to tank the market at that particular time in March and April is because they want the price of gold to be low so that investors can fool themselves into believing that the liquidity that they're holding is worth more than it actually is. Because traditionally, the price of gold reflects the integrity of the monetary system. But when you sit here and you manipulate that system by, putting these ridiculous margin requirements so that investors that are dependent upon this particular sector have to, sell off their positions and cover their margins, as a result tanking the market and artificially putting a lower price on gold here, minus that, I think that gold's going all the way to the top, like I've been saying. I've been saying it for a long time. And if you're just sitting there on the sidelines, for Christ's sake, not taking advantage of it, that's your freaking problem, all right, jerk dick? Anyway, let's get to silver, shall we? Silver is up 37 cents, a percentage increase of 0.93%, closing out silver today at $40.75 per troy ounce of silver. We got live cattle futures. Let's get to livestock. Live cattle is down $2. That's a percentage decrease of 1.70% on the day for live cattle. Cattle feeder futures are down $2.35. That's a percentage decrease of 1.72% on the day. And for all you fat, jelly, tubberlard assholes that like to shove a couple of ham bones and ham hocks down your gullet, lean hog futures are down 57 cents. That's a percentage decrease of 0.66%. So all you ham bone assholes, have reason to celebrate because, hey, ham is down, all right? You ham hock chewing, nipple clamp loving, butt plug up the ass looking, cottage cheese thighs having jerk dicks. Anyway, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, it's a helter-skelter market out there, but as I've always said, when the people are leaving the markets, that's when you go in and start buying. You understand? When everybody's leaving, that's when you start buying. Long-term investment reigns supreme here. And not to mention you got a gold bubble going on. It's not bad to just kind of hop on that and start riding some profitability in that damn gold bubble, for Christ's sake. That's no joke. No damn joke whatsoever. I mean, so don't sit on the sidelines. It's time for you to go out there and start capitalizing, baby. I mean, I'm sick and tired of people that, sit there and, want their handout. They're out there on the bread lines waiting for Big Brother government to give them a freaking loaf of bread. Why are you going to be one of these pathetic wastes of human life when you have control of your own destiny as a capitalist? And that's why I continue to spread the ideology that's going to bring modernity and civility throughout the international community, and I'm talking about capitalism. Anyway, folks, before we get into anything else, please retweet the broadcast. Let everybody know what's going on. Let's get some shout-outs before we get into anything else. Hey, engineer, do we got any shout-outs today? Well, look, let's just put it this way. What I'll do here is the traditional method of getting shout-outs on True Capitalist Radio is for you to basically retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. All right, it's very simple. It's not that hard. I know there's people out there, I don't know how to do it. All right, go to that Twitter account, Ghost Politics. All right, retweet the first tweet on that Twitter account. All right, it's not that difficult, ass clowns. I know people are like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, let's give some shout-outs. Anyway, we got 1337 Poop Tickler. How convenient. We got Uncle Poop Tickler. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. We got Honky the Bear. Ghost for Bronies. Jesus Christ. Dr. Laser. Brony News. OG Poop Tickler. Oh, Jesus Christ. We got Bud Viazers. Gold Plummo in the place. How's it going there, Gold Plummo? Let's see, who else we got? Let me get a drink of this, man. I need some more. I need some more of this. Give me a drink. Oh yeah, you gotta love it, baby. Scotch, all right. Who else we got? We got Anonymous Matrix. We got Flaming Poop Rub. Mummy Yummy Lemons. Private Poop McTickle. Derpatilism. What else do we have? We got Capitalist Chris in the place. How's it going? We got Catch Ore in the joint. And once again, if you want your name shouted out, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, all right? Don't be a milky licker. All right, so it's very simple. All right, let's see who else we got. We got Poop Tickler. Jesus Christ, Poop Tickler Jr. now? God damn it. We got the Foot Job Kid. We got PC Tech Pit Stop. We got Cosmo CB, Jeff Jefferson. We got, who else we got? We got Capitalize Now. We got Feces Tickler. I'm not saying that. You guys are getting sick now. You're getting perverted. You're getting perverted and sick, and I don't know where half your minds go to when you're trying to, develop some of these names or something. I have no idea. Anyway, we got Georgia in Love. What's going on? Who else we got? I'm not saying that one. We got Prof Poop Tickler. Okay. We got King Poop Tickler. Jesus Christ, I'm not doing this. That's enough. That's enough, engineer. Close it down, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Once again, really, it's not just Europe that spooked this market. It's Obama and his initiation in this idea of another stimulus. And I know that there are people that want to sit here and, talk garbage about, hey, the reason the economy is bad because of this, it's because of that, it's because of that. The reason it's bad because of the government's interference into private enterprise. And anybody who tries to dispute that particular argument obviously doesn't understand the economic process of money mechanics and deficit spending as it relates to the fiscal responsibility of our government, all right? And over-regulation, things of that nature. Over-taxation. But once again, everybody's leaving. That's when I go in. Not to mention riding this gold bubble. I'm not worried. I'm not worried whatsoever. All right, I think that inevitably what you're seeing here is the shortening of the middle class, and you have to thank our administration and our current government policies for implementing the withering away or the dying down of the middle class. And in my personal opinion, those in the middle class that were probably on the border or on the cusp of being higher or even high class, they are now at the whim of the government because, let's be honest with you, they put themselves in debts they couldn't pay for. I mean, they tried to live some entertainment-suggested idea, some Hollywood-suggested life, and as a result, a lot of things transpired. But anyway, let's not get to that. I'm going to get to that in just a second. We got a lot of things to talk about here. First thing I want to talk about is Governor Rick Perry going out there on the campaign trail, baby. You understand? He's got everybody shaking in their boots. You got Obama, stumbling over his own tongue, not knowing what the hell to say. You got, Michelle Bachmann and, all these other Republican stiffs, stepping on eggshells on whether or not they should get on this Texans bad side. But one thing that I have to say about Rick Perry that I don't agree with, and he's already put his foot in his mouth, is this nonsense he talked about Ben Bernanke and the Federal Reserve, all right? Now, I know that Rick Perry is out here trying to put fuel on that Tea Party fire, and a lot of the garbage coming out of the Tea Party is a little bit Alex Jones-esque. A little Alex Jones-esque with this idea that, hey, we're gonna get rid of the Federal Reserve, and we gotta do this and we gotta do that. I mean, that was just probably one of the gaffes that I have to openly admit that Rick Perry just shot from the hip. You understand? I mean, he called basically in a statement, he called Ben Bernanke treasonous. Treasonous, for Christ's sake. Are you kidding me? I mean, Ben Bernanke is a student of the Great Depression. He's trying to somehow figure out a way of hedging a Great Depression by, acting upon, turbulent, nefarious markets. I mean, his thesis, I don't know if y'all have read Ben Bernanke's thesis, his thesis was on the Depression. And in his thesis, he actually thought that the Federal Reserve didn't do enough to help inflation, because let's be honest, what happened during the Great Depression? Well, in 1929, we had the stock market crash of 1929. Now, how does that affect the general economy? Well, at the time, individuals basically started getting into the stock market and started making lots of money. As a matter of fact, everybody should conduct research about the Roaring '20s. The Roaring '20s. There was a reason why they called it the Roaring '20s, because there was a lot of money going around, a lot of people making capital. I mean, if you look at footage of people at that particular time, they were living lavish, they had smiles on their faces, so on and so forth. And in 1929, it all came to an end when the stock market crashed. Now, what made the stock market crash? Well, all this, and let's be honest with you, when everybody gets on that stock market bubble, just like they're getting on this bubble with gold, a lot of the overinflated prices of a lot of equities are due to the hyper-sensationalism or the mindlessness of the investor itself. And as a result, in the 20s, you saw so many people getting into the stock market that there were financial instruments invented to enhance the diversification of individual budding investors at that particular time. One of these particular financial instruments were called margins, which means that, you can actually start off with a certain amount of your own money in a brokerage account and be able to borrow the same amount, if not more, than the money that you had in your brokerage account. So basically you could trade double your money based upon this margin idea. All right, so in the end, you had a lot of people in the 1920s taking part in margin trading. You understand? And as a result, when you saw this bubble burst, this, sensationalistic, overpriced market retract itself, you had a lot of people not only take losses in the market, but you had a lot of people that had to cover their margins, all right? And as a result, it's kind of similar to what happened in the whole mortgage crisis here. People couldn't cover their margins. Banks, were drying up of their money markets. A lot of people were hoarding their money. A lot of people were hoarding gold. And as a result, we kind of faded into a kind of lull session in the beginning of the 30s, all right? Now, in the beginning of the 30s, the Federal Reserve at that particular time kept credit rates low. They kept interest rates low at that particular time in the beginning of the 30s. And when they kept interest rates low, it had the effect of what's happening now. Not too many people are taking out loans at this particular time, believe it or not. And the individuals that, the only individuals that want to take out loans can't because they already screwed up in the beginning. And those that can take out loans don't want to because they don't want to end up like these schmucks out here that are basically radioactive when it comes to the financial industry. In the first several years, actually the first couple of years after 1929 is when you saw this lull period when the Federal Reserve basically had interest rates very low at that time. But then the Federal Reserve decided, much like what all these idiots are, I'm assuming this is what they're arguing, like people like Perry who think that Ben Bernanke is treasonous because he keeps interest rates low and quote-unquote keeps printing money, whatever the hell that means. In essence, the alternative to the argument is to raise interest rates so that you can call all those outstanding currency notes back and instill integrity into the currency money market. That's what the goddamn Federal Reserve did in, I think, 1932, 1933, I can't remember exactly. But they did that. And as a result, it completely stagnated the whole process of economic growth. I mean, you understand? That's what caused the Great Depression. I mean, the alternative to what Ben Bernanke's doing, and we heard Ben Bernanke saying that, the Federal Reserve is going to keep interest rates low until 2013, okay? And when they heard that, people got all pissed off, and they're like, oh, that's not a good idea. It's not good. Well, the alternative is that they raise interest rates to like 20%, 21, 25%, whatever the hell they decide to raise it, so they can call all those outstanding currency notes that were printed during quantitative easing 1, quantitative easing 2, call all those currency notes back by basically charging this much interest. Now, do you think that by raising interest rates at this point in time, because we are at the same point in time after 1929 at this point in time, do you think that it would be appropriate to raise interest rates 20% at this point, 15%? I mean, absolutely not. It's irresponsible, stupid, and pathetic. And anybody who knew money mechanics, economics, would understand what Ben Bernanke's trying to do here, all right? And I'm not trying to, be some kind of, pro-Bernanke, rabble-rouser here. I'm just stating the facts. And the facts is that Ben Bernanke is trying to basically hedge off a Great Depression because that's what we should be under at this point in time. And anybody who tries to criticize Bernanke for leaving interest rates low, what's the alternative, assholes? The only alternative is to raise interest rates and to call all those currency notes back, which would be a ridiculous idea. So anyway, I know that I was, hey, Rick Perry, a Texan in the White House, so on and so forth. Hey, Rick Perry, you're wrong on Ben Bernanke. You're wrong on the Federal Reserve. And for you to sit over here and anyone try to make this assertion that, the Federal Reserve is this nefarious cult and, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do... They have no other authority other than to make sure that the monetary system is solvent. That's the only... That's the bane of their existence. That's the only thing they're used for. But what's actually causing the integrity of our money to be depleted? It's these freaking stimulus package bills. It's this ridiculous government spending. You understand? It's this over-leveraged debt that our government is putting our tax system under. Do you understand? It has nothing to do with the Federal Reserve. It has everything to do with the government continuing to delve out these ridiculous entitlements out of thin air. So don't sit here and let people make you believe that the Federal Reserve is some kind of nefarious cult or something. In the end, I mean, we got to think that Ben Bernanke, knows about the causes of the Great Depression after the 1929 crash, because if he were any other Federal Reserve fiscal, whatever you want to call this type of economic thinking, to me, I just think that he's trying to, patch up the boat so we don't sink, if you want my personal opinion. I don't think there's any kind of economic theoretical process to what Ben Bernanke's doing, but anybody who knows economics knows that this man is not doing anything else other than what he has to do so that the goddamn economy doesn't go into a Great Depression, which could cause a major riot situation, much worse than what we saw out there in the UK. Anyway, folks, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Other than that, I think that Rick Perry is kicking ass and taking names. I don't like what he said about the Federal Reserve. I mean, even Karl Rove, a man who likes to, hobnob out here in Austin, Texas. I've seen him a few times out here on Congress Street. Even Karl Rove is saying that, it was a little off-keister there, Rick Perry, and it is, all right? But at this point in time, all of a sudden, the right wing of the political perspective is starting to look a little bit more attractive to capitalists at this point in time. If you take a look at a lot of the economic plans of people like Perry, people like Mitt Romney, I never thought I'd ever say anything like that about a goddamn Mormon. All right, I'm not a big Mormon guy, all right? I think Mormons are, for a lack of a better term, just as ridiculous as regular Christians, but worse, if you want. They're way off keister here, I mean, anybody who's going to sit here and say that I've got magic underpants that John Smith has bequeathed to me via the afterlife or something so that I can make love to my wife. And I don't know. I don't like the whole Mormon idea. I think it's ridiculous. But we need somebody that is going to be a pro-business president. We need individuals in Congress that are going to be pro-business, that are going to be pro-capitalist. All right, and I'm not talking about crony capitalism either. I'm not talking about capitalists that are taking advantage of the fact that they're donating to the campaign contribution accounts to these soulless cash whores in Washington and are delved out these no-bid contracts. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual job creation. I'm talking about tax initiatives. I'm talking about tax cuts, cuts in spending. That's what I'm talking about. And I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. What do you think? What do you think should be right now? And, of course, folks, once again, once I start taking calls, I know that, occasionally, all the time after I start taking calls, the damn show goes off keister. But in the end, folks, this is a serious subject matter. We need somebody in the White House that understands that we just can't keep throwing stimulus package checks for pennies at these people while you're bailing out GM, GE, Wall Street, Captain Morgan, the pornographic industry, and everybody else that took a piece of our taxes during the tenure of this president. I just don't get it. I mean, how can the liberals argue that they're men and women of the people? I just don't get it. How can they argue this? How can they argue that they're men and women of the people when they're more slimy and more disgusting than the supposed right-wing perspective here, man? Jesus Christ! Oh, let me take a swig of this drink here. Good stuff here. Anyway, Rick Perry, once again, he's showing off his swagger. And let me tell you something. I don't blame the other candidates shaking in their nards, looking at Perry's Texas swagger. I got that Texas swagger. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I just kind of walk down the street, for Christ's sake, and, people are getting out of my freaking way. Because, let's put it this way, it ain't nothing for me to whoop a man's ass. And secondly, we know how to get things done out here in Texas. You understand? Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm such a badass. I clench my fist, put them in my pocket. I could be arrested for illegally carrying a deadly weapon, baby. That's how badass I am, and real Texans are out here in Texas, for Christ's sake. All right. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject. We got a lot to talk about. I want to take your calls, though. All right. So stay on the line. 646-652-4869. We talked a little bit about Rick Perry and his swagger and how he's putting his goddamn foot in his mouth about Bernanke. I want to talk a little bit about Obama and how he's continuing his bus tour, for Christ's sake. I mean, all he needed was George Clinton or, Common or something to come along. They've had some groupies or something. But once again, his new jobs initiative, for Christ's sake. I mean, can you believe this crap, the new jobs initiative that he's pushing through? According to him, he's going to have tax breaks for those that are employing more people. I'm questionable to see whether or not those tax breaks are actually going to be pertinent or, be enough of an incentive for private sector to just kind of start hiring people for no reason, all right? Because that's basically what the initiative is going to be. He wants business to just start hiring people for no reason. And I just think that's another ridiculous way of getting people to work. But then the goddamn stimulus, another goddamn stimulus, for Christ's sake. I mean, let me tell you something. When the stimulus package 2 bill was being put forth at the goddamn Senate, the goddamn Congress, I was right here on True Capitalist Radio. Back then it was called True Conservative Radio. I was right here calling people, all right, I was calling random people on the telephone and telling them, hey, Don't vote for this goddamn ridiculous goddamn stimulus package 2 bill. Call your congressman. Call your senator. And you actually had jerk dicks that were actually trying to debate this with me. That,
oh, no, we need stimulus, too. We need stimulus, too, so that we can get our economy going again.
This was in 2008, my friends. It's 2011. What happened? What happened to the money? What happened to the jobs, huh? Huh? Yes, we can, huh? Yes, we can, huh? Give me a goddamn break. Anyway, I don't know what Obama's trying to do, for Christ's sake. I just can't believe this crap. I mean, another stimulus bill. I mean, who is he going to give our tax money to now? All right? He already spent $1 trillion of it. I read that $1 trillion, all right, $1 trillion, if you stacked it up on top of each other, can literally go up to the moon and back. All right? That's $1 trillion stacked on top of each other, for heaven's sake. All right? I mean, this is just ridiculous. And where did it go? Who the hell knows where it went? All right? I know that there were food card increasements of 30%. I know that there were more housing voucher programs. They gave the PO in America all free cell phones. I know that they put Wi-Fi in the projects. I know that they study, $20-30 million to study pig odor. I know they did, ridiculous garbage like this, but what happened, huh? Jesus Christ. Anyway, speaking of the so-called PO in America, have you heard what the PO are doing now on Twitter and Facebook? Have you heard about what the PO are doing yet? Huh? They're actually utilizing social networks to organize themselves so they can go out for looting sessions. Yeah, they're actually putting the word out on Twitter saying, yeah, baby, come on down here to 7-Eleven, baby. We're going to take it over, baby. I need me some Twinkie, baby. Kit Kat in the 40 house, baby. I need me some 8-ball, baby. 8-ball. Have you seen what the PO in America have done, for Christ's sake? I mean, they are utilizing social networks so that they can go out into gang rage looting sessions so that they can just kind of appease their little materialistic appetites. And for you folks that haven't been following me, follow me on Twitter, for Christ's sake, because I tweeted the latest little camera that showed the PO in America basically conducting themselves in one of these looting sessions, man. They were like, yeah, baby, I'm going right after the Kit Kat, baby. Woo! I mean, is this what the new stimulus package that this president is initiating? Is this what's going to happen here? Huh? Is this it, for Christ's sake? It makes me sick. Anyway, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the PO in America, huh? the Poe in America utilizing social networks? I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's say, do we have any callers, engineer? We got a couple of callers here. I want to hear what you have to say about the Poe in America. All right? I want to hear what you have to say about it. I'd love to hear a liberal, by any chance, that's out there, justify this type of nonsense. All right? I mean, they justify the Poe being fat because,
oh, you're not giving them the right food. You're giving them fatty foods. It's not fair. They're fat. You're giving them bad food.
Okay, so I never understood how you could be poor and fat, but okay. I want them to give an excuse for these ridiculous organizational looting sessions that the Poe are utilizing technology for. All right, I want to see it. I want to see it. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's take some calls right now. Area code 405, you're on the air. Now you're playing with your pecker shaft. 412, what's up? You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Ghost? Hey, I have a quick story for you. Sorry, no liberal today. I was at Walmart the other day. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, there's only one register open. And there's this fucking welfare family in front of me with like 3 carts full of shit. And I'm sitting there. I'm on my break from work. And they're sitting there. I asked if I could get in front of them because they had so much shit. And all I was getting was one thing. And these fucking assholes said no. And I just sit there and watch them all go through and ring up 3 carts worth of shit. And then they pull out their fucking EBT card at the end. And it pissed me the fuck off, and I actually said something.
Hey, man, you know, I hear you. Are you kidding me? I mean, you know, especially if you're on your break, from work, you're out here trying to get whatever good you're trying to get. You got to, stand in back of this ridiculous Junkyard America family that's got 3 carts of crap, and they, put their goddamn EBT card, start swiping it, and all you got is, you got one thing. And, of course, they have to act like complete and utter entitlement, ghetto royalty, as if,
oh, man, you wait in line, baby. I don't care if you got one item, baby. You wait in line, baby. You wait in line right here like everybody else, baby.
I mean, I understand, man. It's horrible. I mean, it hurts. And I sincerely say this. It hurts to wake up every goddamn morning to know that I'm going to be exposed to these ridiculous, primitive, disgusting human element that's just dominant throughout America at this point in time. They're just completely dominant. I mean, they're just walking around with their disgusting sour scowls, for Christ's sake. They expect you to get out of their way, and if you don't get out of their way, they're like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? If you laugh at one of them tripping and falling, for Christ's sake, they'll pull out a goddamn blade on you. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's stupid. So once again, man, I understand what you're saying, and thank you for calling up, for Christ's sake, but I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Poe, the so-called Poe in America, utilizing modern technology, social networks to organize themselves to go out and commit mass robbery, commit mass looting, to commit mass violence? This is becoming a serious problem in today's America, and I can't believe that, we're actually having this problem. But we wouldn't have had this problem, with all due respect, Mr. President, if you would have put free Wi-Fi in the projects, if you wouldn't have given the Poe in America free cell phones. I don't think that this would have been a problem here, but now that they have access to things like Twitter and Facebook, and they can put themselves on YouTube committing criminal activities and be proud of themselves and wax their carrot watching it over and over again. This is the kind of consequence that we're having here. This is the consequence. We got the Poe in America utilizing social goddamn networks to go out and loot innocent people, innocent businesses, innocent capitalists, because these are ungrateful, fat, jelly-ass wastes of human life. And I don't understand why we have to sit here and continue to make believe that these people have any kind of pertinence in our modern reality. It makes me... Damn it. It makes me sick. All these Poe, the so-called Poe in America. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off out here, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, God damn it. Every time I got to go out and pay taxes, I feel like I'm getting freaking raped. You understand? I feel like I'm getting raped. I'm getting violated. I'm getting defouled. I'm getting deflowered. Because my goddamn money is going out to these wastes of human flesh that are out here getting fat in the ass and not contributing a goddamn thing to society other than contributing criminality, other than turning perfectly good food into shit. And that's their contribution, turning perfectly good food into shit. And the bad part about it is the shit that they take has more contribution than they do, because at least shit vegetates the earth. At least it fertilizes the earth. It inspires new life. These people are moochers. They're useless eaters. They're consuming the earth's natural resources. Jesus Christ. Oh, got all this crap everywhere, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, it's just crap. Anyway, I'm sorry, folks. We got disconnected there, folks. I got too pissed off, for Christ's sake, talking about the so-called poor in America out here. I'm sorry. We got disconnected. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, we are in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. God damn, my heart's beating like a rabbit. Anyway, folks, before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, all right? Go to the forums, go to the blogs, go to the social... Go to the social networks and spread it around like goddamn wildfire. And let everybody know that we're in effect in the house out here. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry I'm going off keister here, but goddamn it, I'm sick and tired of the goddamn Poe in America getting the misguided empathy of the simplistic masses out here, because that's what it is. Whenever anybody feels sorry for the so-called Poe in America, it's just misguided empathy. It's emotional vampirism. And that's the basis of liberals. That's the basis of Marxism. That's the basis of all these collective political ideologies, is the exploitation of misguided empathy and extorted emotional vampirism. You know it, and I know it, folks. And if you're going to sit over here and make a debate for the so-called Poe in America, utilizing social networks to go out on mass looting sessions, then obviously there's something wrong with your stupid little goddamn... Oh, damn it. I'm just getting pissed off, man. I'm just getting pissed off here. I'm just getting pissed off, man. I mean, did y'all see that? Give me the... Did y'all see the damn footage, for Christ's sake? Did y'all see that footage of this goddamn mob of disgusting, pathetic human waste, the losers, the bowels of society, going into some kind of goddamn 7-Eleven and just looting it for all it's worth, for Christ's sake? I mean, this is the new America that we're living in? Jesus Christ. Let me take some callers here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's take some calls. Area code 732. You're on the air.
Yo, Ghost, I boned your fat fuck wife. It was like Peter Popper.
I doubt you did that with that fruity ass voice, for Christ's sake. Are you kidding me? I mean, you know, you're gonna it's gonna take a little bit more to make my wife cream than some fruity ass femmy ass getting on here saying, "Oh yeah, I got out here, I fucked your wife." Hey, 732, no father, right? You have no father, am I correct?
No, I got a father.
No, I know you got a father. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. I'm asking you, he's not there, is he? He's not in the house. He doesn't go out and play ball with you. He doesn't, teach you how to be a little young man, that sort of thing.
No, he's there. Don't worry about it.
No. You know it and I know it, you fruit bowl, all right? Come on, Daddy, what somehow a good time and your own internal perception, and as a result, you sound like some, feminine fruity ass. You sound like one of the bitches from the Golden Girls, like Blanche. You remember that bitch Blanche from the Golden Girls? That's what you sound like there, 732.
How do you know all this? I mean, I think you know a little too much about this stuff.
Well, that's what you sound like. That's what you sound. You sound like Blanche from the Golden Girls, for Christ's sake. I mean, what the hell? I mean, you know what? Put your mom on the phone right now. I want to talk to that whore. Why don't you put your mom on the phone?
Oh, she's not here.
Yeah, don't get stumbled. Don't get scared, for Christ's sake. I know that I'm leaving you speechless. I want to talk to your dirty dish rag whore prostitute of a mother that just shitted you out of her uterus pipe. I want you to put that Skankosaurus on the microphone or on the phone right now. I want to tell her what type of fruity-ass crap popped out of her damn shit funnel uterus pipe, all right?
Yo. It's true, all right? I did fuck your whore wife. Go get
Yeah, you see, and now you're using the term yo like some hip-hop terminology to kind of reinforce the fact that you're not feminine. We know you're feminine, all right? I mean, you can sit over here and use a hip-hop terminology. You can use urban vernacular. I mean, but it doesn't hide the femininity in your vernacular, all right? I mean, is there any way we can make you at least talk a little bit deeper? Can you talk a little bit in a deeper voice there, 732? Come on, do it right now. Come on.
How's this? Any better?
How's what?
Did I improve?
Now, get this shit. Get this pretty back. Get him off, for Christ's sake. I mean, haven't you noticed that when these people call up and they think they're trying to get lulls, for Christ's sake, I put them on the debating table and they don't know what to say? I mean, nobody asked them these questions. Nobody asked them these questions so they can reflect on it in their own simplistic head. And it's right there and then. You can actually hear them in some of these calls that call me up and I put them in their place. You can actually hear it in their head, the realization of their pathetically anal lives just kind of flash through, and they're like, Hey, maybe that's your cue to wake up and actually find a life, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, we were talking about the Poe in America utilizing social networks to organize loser looting sessions. And let me tell you, this is the new America that we're living in. I don't know why everybody's shocked when you see the Poe in America act this ridiculous, this violently. They're using modern technology to rob you, Not to mention, folks, that for all you people that like to broadcast whatever you're doing on Twitter, like, oh, I'm going to the store, oh, I'm over here, oh, I'm over there. These idiot robbers like to look on your Facebooks and like to look on your Twitters and to see, where your status is and whether you're on a trip. So they can just kind of go down to where the hell you're located at. Because believe me, this is the new age. They can find out where you live. It's not very hard. You put your personal information on Facebook. It's not very hard to just kind of look up a goddamn address, even if you have to pay a couple of bucks. When you're out there on that trip, these idiots are going to be in there, your house, pillaging your goods. Yeah, pillaging your goddamn goods, for Christ's sake. Those new iPads, iPhones, and all this other crap. So anyway, let's take some more callers here. All right, we're talking about the Poe in America. All right, once again, my ass bleeds for the Poe in America, huh? Here, let me play a violin for the Poe in America. Brown paper bags, brown paper bags, brown paper bags. All right, that's a violin for the so-called Poe in America, all right? Anyway, I want to hear from you. 603, you're on the horn. What do you think about the Poe in America? Jesus Christ, shove it up your ass, you stupid moron, all right? This stupid song. 248, you're on the horn. What do you think about the Poe in America, 248?
Hey, Go, serious question. What do you think about the economy of Equestria?
Here's another over-feminized fruit. I can tell by your voice there, 248. Not only are you over-feminine, I can tell by your voice that it's a put-on, that you're not naturally over-feminine, and secondly, you're fat. I can just tell that from your voice right now that you're a fat idiot that's probably been rejected by every social outlet known to man. And you're putting on this over-feminine vernacular so that you can participate in these ridiculous groups like bronies and homosexual clubs and that sort of thing. Am I right, 248? You're a fat in the ass?
Ghost, just give it a chance. Watch one episode. You'll be converted to the masterpiece that is My Little Pony.
Yeah, did you hear that? He doesn't want to acknowledge his own life there. He doesn't even want to acknowledge his own existence because he knows I'm telling the truth. He knows that he's just some fat jelly ass. He's probably got a disgusting, disfigured elephant man face with, Tupperlard turkey tits. And he's out here, trying to tap into any kind of social pipeline that'll accept him. None of them have, and the only ones that do accept him are homosexuals because, let's be honest, homosexuals are trying to get in where they fit in, for a lack of a better term. And as a result, he realized that all they got to do is act like some over-feminine fruity ass, even though they have no feminine features, they're fat, they got pot bellies, the whole 9 yards. Just as long as they act like over-feminized fruity ass, it's okay, and this is why you have these types of, fat, fruity bastards, I mean, look, I can understand for those males out there that look like they've been, injected with, estrogen in the ass, that have, like, literal female features and crap like that. I can understand that you're femmy, great. But assholes like that, the idiots that just called up, that are just fat-in-the-ass bastards, but they're still trying to act over-feminine, it's a lie. It's a put-on, It's just all there is to it, And I'm calling all of you idiots out, all right, to the fake femmies out there, all right? Get out of the closet. Anyway, who else we got going on here? Let's take some Skype callers and see what we have. We got Dr. Poop Tickler. What's up? You're on the horn. What do you think about the Poe in America?
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lord.
Here we go with a damn... Shove that song up your ass! Stupid morons. 339, what's up? What do you think about the Poe in America? Nah, that's stupid. We can't even hear you. 201, what's up? What do you think about the Poe? Hey, how about turning down your radio, ass clown? 405, what do you think about the Poe in America?
Hey, guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. What do you think about the Poe in America?
About that. The thing about the Poe, oh my fucking God, did you see the shit I leaked to you on Twitter? What the fuck is this crying? Good God!
I don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't know if you've got a group of brothers out there giving you bukkake. I don't know what the hell you're doing. 630, what's up? What do you think about the Poe in America?
Hey, Ghost, this is Bebop from Chicago again. I actually have a 3-part question pertaining to that.
All right, well, go ahead.
You keep on bringing up this, if Obama cut every American citizen a check for $100,000 bit. My question is, how do you think that wouldn't depreciate the value of a dollar on a very, very local basis?
You stupid, dumb, imbecilic, lack of math-having jerk-ass, all right? When Obama came into power, he initiated the Stimulus Package 2 bill, which cost $1 trillion. All right, you dumb imbecile. All right, some fruity ass named, call himself Bebop. All right, he already spent it. $1 trillion spent, all right? Had he not done that, had he not spent the $1 trillion on Stimulus 2 and just cut every American citizen a check at that time for $100,000, it would have cost the taxpayers half, asshole. And on the contrary, I think it would have done a lot more for the economy. I think that everybody who, would have got $100,000 would have went in and got a home, so that would have helped at least, fluctuate into positive measures the real estate market. Some of them would have just blown it, so that would have increased the goddamn retail sector. Some people would have invested in the stock market, so that would have helped the stocks and the amount of people that have vested interest in the market. That would have helped a whole bunch of crap, but no. The people that claim to be men and women of the people, the liberal regime, the Barack Obama yes we can mantra that took power in 2008, and remember, the Democrats had complete and total control of the government for 2 years, and all they could do was initiate Stimulus Package 2. That's all they did, which was nothing more than a raid on the tax system by those that donated to the campaign contribution accounts to the liberals. That's bottom line. You know it and I know it. All right? So you get that idiot. Get him off, Bebop, you stupid fruit bowl. Bebop 832, what's up? What do you think about the Poe in America?
Hello?
What do you think about the Poe in America?
My dad wants to speak to you.
Well, let's hear him.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, who's this?
Yeah, this is Ghost from True Capitalist Radio. Who's this?
I don't know. Who did you call? Were you looking for me, sir?
No, well, what happened was, we had some information that led us to believe that you're somebody who's actually mooching off the government entitlement system. I mean, according to the reports that we've got, a whole bunch of entitlements going your way, and according to our reports, you're perfectly fine. You're actually working on the DL, if you understand.
Yeah. Well, what's the problem, sir?
Well, what the problem is that, first of all, you need to go out there and start working for yourself. Maybe not, shit out so many kids and be a little fiscally responsible, don't you think?
Dude, sir, what the fuck are you talking about? I have my own business, sir.
Sir, I don't think, accumulating government program entitlements constitutes a business. All right?
Yeah. So, what's your point?
My point is that we don't want you collecting entitlements anymore, sir.
Shut your little bitch ass up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Yeah, excuse me, sir.
So now you're hitting your kid because he sold you out for being some entitlement-ridden loser? He doesn't want daddy to, shop with, food cards, EBT cards, that sort of thing?
Just excuse me for a second. Get the fuck! Shut the fuck up! Let me talk on the phone, piece of shit.
All right, get this seat off. Get him off, for Christ's sake. He's beating his kid. Get him off! Give me a freaking break. Anyway, this is just getting disgraceful. We're supposed to be talking about the Poe in America, and this is the kind of damn thanks I get. This is the kind of response I'm getting here. Jesus Christ. Let's move on to the next subject matter. Nobody gives a crap about the Poe in America, and frankly, I don't blame you. But let's go to the next segment here. We got Vice President Joe Biden. For all you folks that don't know, the Vice President, yeah, that's him, Joe Biden, some asshole who's been in public office for about 40 years prior to coming into the vice presidency. Anyway, Joe Biden is taking himself a trip out there to China. How fitting, amidst the fact that, his regime has basically made us look more and more like that particular government. But he's out there in China, believe it or not. And this is amidst all the totalitarianism that the Chinese government is implementing on their people based upon, prisoners of conscience. You know what I'm saying? Prisoners of conscience is what these people are being in prison for. It's ridiculous. And I can't believe that, Vice President Biden can sit over here and embrace this ridiculous idea of going to China and, bumping elbows with the communist government. Meanwhile, they're putting people in prison just because they're writing certain things that are in opposition to the government. They're saying certain things that are in opposition to the government. It's ridiculous. And Joe Biden's going to sit over there and eat Kung Pao chicken with these pieces of crap? Can you believe this crap, huh? Oh, yeah, like everything's okay. No problem. Yeah. Jesus Christ. You know what, Joe Biden? You're a real piece of crap. You know that, Joe Biden? You're a real piece of garbage. I love how he likes to talk during like any kind of time that he has his face in front of a camera. This guy comes out real pompous and real loud and yeah, look at me. But in the end, he's nothing but an unadulterated bureaucratic piece of trash. And for him to go out there and praise this totalitarian government of China in the midst of one of the biggest crackdowns in Chinese history, one of the biggest secretive crackdowns on people that are just doing nothing more than blogging, doing nothing more than writing poetry, doing nothing more than painting a freaking picture, doing nothing more than standing in certain areas that they're not supposed to. It's ridiculous. And I can't believe that goddamn Joe Biden has the audacity to sit over here and take a trip to China, for Christ's sake. I hope he chokes on a freaking chopstick, that piece of garbage. Give me a freaking break. Oh, Christ. I mean, it pisses me off, man. I can't believe that this man can sit here and go and do this in the midst of, a potential double-dip recession, if not a depression, in the midst of, totalitarianism being implemented in China. Jesus Christ. I mean, it pisses me off, man. I mean, it's just right here in the heart. It gets me right here in the damn heart. I don't like totalitarian governments. Do you understand? I don't like government bureaucracy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, before we get into anything else, folks, of course, as you may well already know, a condition of me actually criticizing the communist government of China, while at the same time still being able to have the opportunity of being broadcasted in China. Because believe it or not, Blog Talk Radio does go through the Chinese filters, and they allow the Chinese people to listen to Blog Talk Radio. But as a prerequisite, we actually have to have a representative of the communist government of China come in and give his rebuttal to any of the opposition said by yours truly. I know, folks, I know. So without any further ado, folks, we've got Mr. Fortune Cookie. Are you there, sir? Oh.
You see, you motherfucker out there in America talking all kinds of garbage about communist government in China. You need to stop talking garbage, Ghost. You don't know what we do out here in China. We have to be in charge of over 1 billion people. We have to be in charge of over 1 billion people. Unlike you motherfucker out there in America, we only have 300 million people. We got 1 billion people. So for you motherfucker out there talking garbage about communist government of China, we're taking a list, Ghost. We're taking a list of you and all your listeners out there talking garbage about communist government in China, and we're putting you on a list. And we're going to make sure you motherfucker, when we come in and own America, we're going to make sure you work for us, motherfucker. We put you in labor camp. We put you in labor camp. Nothing you can do about it, motherfucker. That's right. So all you stupid motherfucker who continue to sit here talk garbage, you better wash yourself, motherfucker. You better wash yourself. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, motherfucker. My stomach hurt. Oh. Bad egg roll. Oh, no. I got nothing else to say. I am Mr. Fortune Cookie. Thank you very much. All right, get his ass off. Get him off, for Christ's sake. That's about enough. All right, that's about enough of that crap. Jesus Christ. Anyway, once again, Joe Biden, he's in China. What do you have to say about it? I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take a couple of Skype callers real quick, and hopefully it's not a bunch of milky-licking turd burglars. We got Jeff Jackson. What's going on? What do you got to say about Joe Biden?
Pot of friendship, melting pot of friendship, melting pot of friendship, melting pot of friendship, melting pot.
Sorry, son of a bitch. Get this shit. Get him off, for Christ's sake. You understand? Look, you people that are out here, trying to make a jag-off out of me with these stupid little remixes that you're doing, all right? Some of them were kind of cute for about a minute, all right? Now they're pissing me off, all right? Now they're pissing me off. I want you idiots to stop, all right? I am putting it out right now to all you stupid, dumbass milky lickers that like to mess around with these stupid little fruity-ass little audio programs. I want you idiots to cease and desist doing this ridiculous nonsense, all right? This is a ridiculous concept. You're trying to make me look like a jagoff. You're spreading slanderous lies about me. You're trying to make me look stupid. My show is serious business. I'm listened to by tens of thousands of listeners throughout the world. And for you to sit here and besmirch the integrity of my broadcast and besmirch the integrity of me, it's just a false, slanderous indictment, and you idiots are lucky that right now I'm just taking the preliminary steps to make sure that you idiots I'm going to make sure I'm going to get punitive damages out of your ass. All right, I'm not joking. I'm going to make sure I get punitive damages off you morons. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on to another. We're still talking about goddamn Joe Biden in China. All right, we just talked to Mr. freaking Fortune Cookie over here. We're talking about Joe Biden. I want to hear what you stupid little finger spankers have to say, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Let's take another Skype call. Who else we got? We got Note Party. What's up? What do you think about Joe Biden?
I think Joe Biden needs to learn about the magic of friendship.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, another fruit bowl brony. That sounded like an ethnic minority fruit bowl brony on top of that, huh? You know, what's up with, My Little Pony not having like a black brony, you know? What's up with that? My friendship is magic. They don't even have a black brony, for Christ's sake, you know? No black bronies? Come on, man. I mean, just imagine the black brony, like, coming up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby, what's going on, baby? Anybody got a spare hoof, man? Anybody got a spare horn going on, baby? Anyway, let me move on here. We got, who else we got? Darth Sweeto, what's up? What do you think about Joe Biden?
I think he's gay.
Yeah, I think you're gay. Who else we got? Let's go 408, what's going on?
What's poppin', Ghost? It's Goofy Bone, man.
Whoa. Is this Goofy Bone? Just give her a bone. I mean, man, where have you been? Where have you been?
Man, I got arrested for fucking handing somebody their fucking ass, man. I smashed on some fools in the club, you know what I'm saying, Ghost? They were hating on me.
Actually, the rumor was true. You were in jail. That wasn't just something that, people were just spreading around just to kind of,
I was in there for a month and like 8 days. I got out yesterday, so yeah.
Jesus Christ! What happened? Explain to us. What the hell did you do to, be put in jail for so long?
Well, they try to get me on a disturbing the peace, and then gang-related fighting, and then just regular disruption of property and stuff like that. Well, anyways, the stupid cops, they never took the other party down. So they only got me fighting. So when if you're a smart person, you take that to court and, let's go to trial. There's nobody else to, say, oh, he got in a fight with me. Case dismissed. And by the way, thank you to the district attorney who was smart and said that I was wasting the taxpayers' money by having me in jail. But, hey, that's what happens, people. 45 days trial. Remember that.
That's horrible, man. I mean, they just snagged that much of your life from you, and all they can say is, "Oh, sorry, this is a waste of taxpayers' money." Here you go. Did they even give you any kind of compensation? I mean, did they put you up at a Motel 6 at least? I mean, did they get you blown? I mean, what's going on, man?
The thing I hate about jail is, Ghost, is that if you got money, fuck, everyone's your friend. You know what I'm saying, Ghost? I went in there with like $900, Ghost. And I was buying commissary like $100, $150, just things, throwing parties, you know what I'm saying? In jail, what we call like a little sit down, you know what I'm saying? We fucking have all the bunch of soups together and, I was living it up in there, Ghost. But then you got these little, low lives, I'm sorry to say that, but that's what they are, can I get an envelope or, can I get a tab of paper and da-da-da-da. It's like, motherfucker, wait till I get released so I can pass all this shit out, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I hate that sometimes, Next time I'm just going to say I ain't got no fucking money and shit. But the thing is, Ghost, is that I hate the fact is that no matter if I'm in jail or if I'm not in jail, I read all this fucking bullshit on Facebook and on Twitter, And it's just like, damn, can they stop hating for 1 minute, Ghost? Shit. I disappear for a lousy month and 9 days or 8 days, and these idiotic fools. I got like 100 and some fucking messages of just nothing but hate. You know what I'm saying, Ghost?
I know. Why is everybody hating on Goofy Bone, man? I mean, I don't understand it. I did a tweet, what was it, a couple of days ago of somebody who posted some garbage about you on YouTube, for heaven's sake. Some pedophile piece of crap named J Will or something. I never heard of this guy.
I retweeted you the video I did about them, Ghost. I don't know if you checked that out, but yeah, I've had these little homeless little kids. I mean, they live in Milwaukee. They don't know about California. They think I'm just as poor as them. No, I got flat screen TVs. If you look on some of their videos, they're sitting down on like regular fold up chairs in their living room on laptops with clothes on. I mean, come on. What do I need to prove to these people? Obviously, I'm more richer than them. Why would you hate on somebody who's richer than you? What did I do to tickle your pickle? You know what I'm saying? It's like, did I bang you?
It's the new way. It's the new loser junkyard ass America, man. It's cool to be some jerk and some ignorant loser. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Ghost, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Operation Bart?
Oh, you know, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because to be honest with you, I think that the initial cause of it was a just cause, but the reaction to it by releasing innocent people's information and, going into, the accounts of some of these coppers, some of the servers, some of these coppers out there. I don't know what exactly is the objective for that operation.
I really think that the objective, I can't say the word because I'm Mexican, but the objective of that operation was because they wanted to shut down cell service to try to stop down a protest over a homeless guy getting shot by BART police.
No, I understand the cause of it, but what I don't understand is how is that a protest by hacking the information of innocent people who ride the subway to have a means of getting from point A to point B, and, how is that coinciding with an actual protest of somebody one individual who got shot that was homeless?
See, I think that the people got mad because of the cell phone stuff. I really don't know. I wasn't there. I was in jail. But what I think it was is that Anonymous came in there because it's like, okay, you want to shut down power and you guys want to act like you have absolute power. Let us do what we do and show you what power you guys got. And obviously,
hold on, Goofy Bone. I am not impressed by Anonymous's latest operation whatsoever. I am not impressed. I mean, these guys like to claim that, they're out there trying to fight for, freedom. They're trying to fight for this or that. Well, then why don't you do some real hacks? Why don't you hack these ridiculous goddamn cameras that are on every freaking corner in America? Why don't you do something spectacular like that, huh? Why don't you go out and, hack like the goddamn Chinese government or something, huh? And throw the Chinese government and have their chopsticks shoved up their ass. Why don't you hack something like those ridiculous street signs that they got on freeways or something and actually amplify a cause or something of that nature? I mean, I don't get, a lot of Anonymous's motives, and this is why I just cannot fall in line with any of the things that they do because it's really, really ridiculous. Ever since the whole Scientology nonsense, Scientology, that was ridiculous. It was a stupid concept. Who gives a crap about Scientology, man? So what? It's a cult, and they get stupid, ridiculous, absent-minded, feeble-minded jerk dicks, and they drain them of their money, and I don't know, they put them in a hole somewhere. Big freaking deal. I mean, does that really affect the continuity of America? Does that really affect the corruption in government? Does that really affect the corruption that's happening on a global scale? Absolutely not. All right? And then for this ridiculous Sony hack, and I'll never forget Anonymous doing this ridiculous Sony hack in response to George Hotz and that ridiculous trial, for Christ's sake. I mean, GeoHot, all right? That's the whole reason why Anonymous took down PlayStation. And what did GeoHot ended up doing? He ended up working for Facebook. He ended up working for Facebook, for Christ's sake. So it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, all right? I mean, I just cannot get in back of any of Anonymous's operations until they start throwing operations that are worth covering and worth acknowledging and worth backing up. I mean, I'm sick. I'm sick. I mean, you go out, you're trying to commemorate GeoHot as some kind of an innovator or hacker of proprietary hardware. And lo and behold, what happened? He sells out right underneath Anonymous's nose. He sells out, and he goes and works for Facebook, the enemy. So I can't get behind anything Anonymous gets. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Sorry. All right. No, LulzSec hacked it the second time. Y'all need to check your little hacker timeline straight. All right. LulzSec hacked it the second time. All right? And LulzSec is not anonymous either, all right? LulzSec at least are doing their hacking exploits for a purpose and for political purposes and to highlight certain issues. Anonymous, with all due respect, has done nothing but ridiculous subjects, ridiculous issues, and I can't give them any goddamn credit for any of that stuff, man. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So, they can sit there and be a part of this BART protest and, sit here and say, hey, look at what we did, look at what we did. But inevitably, you're not going to impress me unless you start highlighting actual issues that are pertinent to actual individuals that are at least mentally capable enough of understanding them and interpreting them and believing in them, not freaking Scientology. I could give a shit about Scientology. You understand? I don't care if all those idiots, drink cyanide and dress up as aliens and kill each other. I don't really give a crap. I hate Scientology. I hate religion idealism, this overzealousy of theocracy. It's pathetic. Do you understand? Theocratic nonsense is what kept mankind down all this time. Do you understand? Theocracy is basically influenced mankind into habitual tragedy. Not to mention theocracy, but political romanticism, culturalism, racism. These primitive, ridiculous concepts, man. We don't need to acknowledge them anymore. And that's all there is to it, man. Anyway, sorry, Goofy. Go ahead, man. I just had to get off on the tirade about Anonymous, man, because I'm not down with this latest BART crap. I mean, yeah, okay, I understand. It was wrong for these bureaucrats to try to shut down cell phone service to deter any kind of protest, but to sit over here and release the information of 22,000 innocent people that ride the subway or to ride whatever stupid transit system it is. Just to get from point A to point B, and they're being productive citizens. They're just trying to get to work. I don't see any kind of protest I don't see where there's a benefit whatsoever behind that at all. I mean, if they would have initially just went after BART itself and hacked their servers and hacked the cops and hacked San Francisco PD, well then maybe that's a different story. Then maybe we'd be like, hey, look what they're doing. They're doing some Alito stuff, but they're not. All right, they're not. So anyway, go ahead, Goofy. What do you got to say, man?
No, I was just kidding. I just want to know what your feed, because shit, I haven't heard you in a while, Ghost. So this is like, I'm just trying to get some insights from you. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I watched the stock market go up and down like hookers on Broadway. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I thank God that I listen to you.
Hey, Goofy, but hold on. We got somebody on the line here that I haven't seen in like ages. I don't know if this is Zeki. Is that you?
Of course it is, Ghost. It's an absolute pleasure to speak to you, sir.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, we got Goofy Bone out of jail. He calls me up now. We got Zeki. What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, it's good to be back, man. I mean, I kind of thought, unfortunately, justice doesn't always work, and thus Goofy Bones being let out, so one has to do what they can to, rectify the situation. But before we get to Goofy, I wouldn't mind actually just talking back to one of your points before the conversation devolves, as it tends to do. Your talk about Geohot. I don't really agree. I mean, I know the guy was a hacker, and I don't necessarily agree with what he did and so on and so forth. But you've got to admire the chap for, I don't know, I feel he was a capitalist in a way. He kind of leveraged something that was making him no money into a job for Facebook,
Well, no. What gave him the job for Facebook was Anonymous's reaction to the verdict that came down between him and Sony. I mean, or not really the verdict, but the settlement. And this is not it has nothing to do with his prowess, because anybody could have done the stupid little mod job on the PlayStation 3 like he did. The only thing is that he took the mod and sold it. And as a result, Sony, sued accordingly. And I don't think that Geohot deserves any kind of credit or any kind of highlight for this, because he didn't do anything that was that advanced technology or that brought technology in a new direction. Unlike like the kid from Napster, for instance. You couldn't compare the two guys. Go ahead.
Perhaps. I mean, no one can argue that what Geohot did wasn't technically intelligent. I mean, it's not just the fact that anyone can turn around and start reverse engineering this hardware and software. But, I mean, the fact is, he's managed to leverage that into a good job, making money, paying his taxes, and so on and so forth. So I would certainly salute him as a capitalist. Maybe you're right, and we couldn't credit him with being worthy of such praise and so on and so forth. But, he's doing the real thing. He's making the money.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with making money, but remember the initial cause of Anonymous's backlash against Sony was the fact that, freedom of this, freedom of that, and for Geohot, and let me tell you, Anonymous and Facebook, they're not the best of friends. As a matter of fact, on the 5th of November, there's supposed to be some humongous zombie denial of service attack that's scheduled for Facebook, according to anonymous circles. But for Geohot to come out and say, "Oh, look at me, I'm working for Facebook now. Thanks, guys, for protesting and causing this media circus about Sony and putting me in the spotlight. Because look at me now, I sold out. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it." I mean, that's horrible, man. Don't you think? I mean, don't you think that defeats the cause and the purpose? I mean, Anonymous is really trying to shove down our throats that this is a legitimate movement, a legitimate cause. A legitimate, idea, a legitimate group, a community, and then for, Geohots to just kind of go out and sell out to Facebook it defeats the whole purpose. It basically knocks Anonymous down to the point where I view them, and anybody with any kind of rational and objective look views them, which is nothing more than, a borderline terrorist group, man. This is why they're going out, and you got governments justified in their pursuit of these kids, because inevitably they are not putting these penitentiary chances that they're taking by going out and hacking and putting them and applying them appropriately. There is no cause, there is no just cause, and any cause that they do throw these hacking jobs in back of are ridiculous. Scientology? Geohots? I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. So I'm just saying, for Anonymous, I mean, if you really want to impress me or you really want to impress the world, why don't you utilize your skills to actually take down something pertinent, like these freaking stupid cameras that they got everywhere on every freaking corner? How about tapping into that? How about tapping into, something pertinent that actually is truly infringing upon our civil liberties, like those freaking X-ray machines before you go into an airport or an freaking air fucking plane.
Can I stop you there?
Don't you understand?
No.
Jesus.
Guess not.
Jesus Christ.
I tried hard.
Crap. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I think this is kind of, one area in which you and I, Ghost, are going to have, to disagree, but, I can respect your viewpoint and so on. But I've got to say, Goofy Bone, welcome back. How's your anus?
Why do you always fantasize about my anus?
Well, I don't know. You've been in jail for how long? I mean, you're a chubby guy.
I don't know what goes on over there in your jail. Maybe your dad or your grandma or somebody did something to you, and obviously you keep fantasizing about me. Well, what is it? You want me to sign an autograph for you? Send a picture? What do you want? What do you want, Zach?
Be quiet so I can get.
Do you want me to call Vince in the Bay so he could dox your ass? Is that what you want? Come on, Zeki. You're the big bad guy talking shit to Goofy Bone, but yeah, you over here get punked by Vince in the Bay? Come on, Zeki. Be somebody. Don't try to be tough over the phone. That was the funniest thing I heard ever since I fucking got out of jail, Zeki. Come on, let's hear it. I want to hear the Geico Lizard. Come on, go ahead.
Sorry, I've been trying to talk to you for about the last 5 minutes, but you have been talking over me. I merely asked, I was saying, you don't seem to have improved since we last talked. In fact, you're somewhat relaxed.
Who made you fucking Sigmund Freud since we last talked? What the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious?
Quite appreciative of my advice.
Since we last talked. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So what's up, Zeki? What happened? How come you haven't been on Blog Talk Radio? We all know my excuse. Let's hear yours.
Because I've just not bothered. I've got no excuse. It's like the only thing I ever kind of do is come and argue with you. And I don't know.
Zeki. What happened with you and Debbie Daly? Did she turn her back on you?
Goofy.
Did she turn her back on you?
Goofy. Be quiet.
You're talking to me like a school teacher.
I'll give you an opportunity to talk. Can you allow me to speak more than 2 words, please? You don't
we always let you speak.
You
get to speak. You get to do all this. Come on, let me speak. Jesus, you've been free. I'm not surprised you weren't one of the 5 who got killed in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I wish you were. When I seen those riots, I was like, damn, I hope somebody kills Sozeki. That was the first thing on my mind. But too bad. You probably hid in your house like a little bitch, huh?
Unfortunately, I live in a rather nice part of the UK, and so it was never going to happen.
You live with your mommy still, or what?
Jeez. Okay, Goofy, can I talk for 2 minutes without you talking over me?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Ghost. I mean, what I was trying to say is, I found that arguing with Goofy is the kind of amusing thing, and it's been a time for, new blood. So it's been a time for the bronies. And, I dissed them initially, but, I've kind of come around, some of them have been genuinely pretty fucking funny. Occasionally, there was one on Tuesday that had me pissing myself laughing. If I had you laughing, Ghost, the guy that took advantage of the retarded girl, that was fucking hilarious, and it was great to hear you just pissing yourself laughing. And so...
that was kind of sick, though, Tazeki. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, you guys are over here jacking off to a guy who felt of a retarded girl? Are you serious?
I think I said laughing, not jacking off. It's interesting how you can... And again, Goofy,
I'm being a cunt, Tozeki. I'm being a cunt, all right?
Stop being a cunt.
All right. This is going nowhere, guys. You guys are just going round and round here. So let's just move on, all right? There's a lot of people out here flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard saying, enough of these guys. Get them off. Get them off. So just sit there on hold for a second, man. Let's go to another subject. We've got so much crap to talk about today, man. As a matter of fact, we're already out of time. It's already what is it? Goddamn 10 minutes till 6 over here, for Christ's sake, in Austin, Texas. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about something on a serious note. Barack Obama and all the world leaders have finally called for the ouster of Bashar al-Assad in Syria. How long did it have to take for you idiots to finally say that Bashar al-Assad needs to be targeted for termination? This guy's killed over 3,000 of his own people because he wants to sustain his own goddamn totalitarianism, for Christ's sake. All right? So I think it's surprising that now, here in August, when yours truly, if you look back in the archive, I have been calling for the death of Bashar al-Assad ever since February, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? And it's only till now that these idiots are finally starting to call for this guy to step down from his totalitarian rule of Syria. Give me a freaking break, man. This guy's a sick, twisted son of a bitch. And I think that Bashar al-Assad, his days are numbered. And if anybody's listening to me right now in Syria, which I seriously doubt, but just in case, all right, just in case, it's time for you to implement termination on Bashar al-Assad, all right? I want everybody to say it with me. Death to Bashar al-Assad! Death to Bashar al-Assad! And that's all there is to it, for Christ's sake. I've been saying this since February, and now Barack Obama's starting to flap his yapper about this particular subject matter. Now the Western powers are finally starting to, open their mouths about this particular subject matter, for Christ's sake. I've been saying it since February. People have been dying out there. They're dying for democratic process. They're dying for capitalism out there in Syria. They're dying out there in Iran, for Christ's sake. Never forget the Iranian Revolution of 2009. And for you folks that are unfamiliar with that, I was on this broadcast advocating that the United States aid the upcoming 2009 revolution in Iran that was transpiring post the Mahmoud Ahmadinejad elections. But no, you know who we're going to back up, for Christ's sake? Huh? These ridiculous rebels in Libya that are linked to Al-Qaeda, for Christ's sake. I mean, we're arming these people. We're giving them guns. We're training these people out there in Libya, for Christ's sake, when we've got real people rising up for capitalism, rising up for democratic votes out there in Syria, out there in Iran, and we let them die like dogs. That's what we did. We just watched their totalitarian regimes make them die like dogs, for Christ's sake. And that's why I do this broadcast. Because I know that there are tens of thousands of people that listen to me throughout the world. And I want them to listen and to know what's happening out here in the world. There are people dying out here. There are people dying in Syria and Iran for freedom, for true freedom, for Christ's sake. They're not a bunch of wild Yehudis like they were in Egypt, just going around looting and pillaging and raping. These are true people out here that want change in their country, out there in Syria, out there in Iran. And by God, I will continue to vocalize their strength, vocalize their cause, until the international community recognizes that these totalitarian regimes that comprise the government of these countries are no longer legitimate, and we should start helping the opposition to the goddamn regime of Bashar al-Assad. We need to be helping the opposition to the regime of Ahmadinejad and the goddamn Ayatollah. And that's all there is to it. I mean, it's just now the world is starting to take notice of this particular Syrian massacre that's been happening for the longest time. I've been calling for the death of Bashar al-Assad since February, for Christ's sake. And it's just till now that the goddamn president starts making some kind of an actual vocal point about this international subject matter. Huh? Oh, Jesus Christ. It makes me sick. I want to hear what you have to say about this, all right? All right? I want to hear what you have to say about it. Bashar al-Assad, area code 908. What's up? What do you think about it? Give me a break. 903, what do you think about Bashar al-Assad?
Is that me?
Yeah, it's you.
Ghost, if you don't mind, I'd like to go back a couple subjects.
All right, go ahead.
Rick Perry and his presidential campaign.
Go ahead.
Obviously, the fellow stock market was a pretty intelligent man. He has a lot of life experience. And Rick Perry's assumption that he's a traitor to America is pretty interesting when you consider that Perry can be considered a traitor himself for asserting that Texas should secede from the Union.
Well, you make a very good point there, 903. I mean, because those are factual statements that you made. Rick Perry did entertain the option of Texas seceding from the Union in 2008 during the whole economic debacle. So you're absolutely right for Rick Perry to sit here and make the assumption that Ben Bernanke is somehow treasonous can be flipped back in Rick Perry's face, because you're absolutely right. To sit here and make the assumption that or just to entertain the notion of secession is definite treasonous, and a very good point there, man.
Thank you very much, Ghost. Do you mind if I ask you a question that's sort of off topic?
Go ahead.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, Jesus Christ. My favorite movie of all time, believe it or not, is Jesus Christ, man. There's just too many of them. I've got a few of them, though. I'll name one that I could probably watch over and over again. It was made back in 1984, and it had Val Kilmer in it, called Real Genius. That was probably one of the most moving movies, yet comedic, cult-like classics that sticks with me, that I could probably throw in there for, a long period of time. Real Genius. Very innocent movie, an innocent perspective of how the government's nefarious activities could actually transpire on a collegiate level. And another badass movie, Cuba, with Sean Connery. Another very good movie. Anyway, let me move on to another subject. Thanks a lot for calling. Thanks a lot for making that observation about Rick Perry. Because you're absolutely right. Rick Perry, he's calling Ben Bernanke treasonous. Well, that debate can be flipped right back on him when entertaining the idea of secession. So you're absolutely right. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, folks, because we're running out of time. Once again, Bashar al-Assad being called to step down by all the main powers of the world. And I think that it's a little bit too late. I mean, over 3,000 people dead. This guy's shelling his own people. He's killing children, torturing children, mutilating children, and we're just sitting back hoping he stops, and I think it's ridiculous. Anyway, let's get to another subject matter. Let's talk about the Pope. Oh, the Pope. That's right, folks. This past Tuesday, we talked about how World Youth Day was Tuesday, and how the Pope was, having this big festival out there in Spain to commemorate this World Youth Day. And in the streets, there are like thousands of confessionals that line the streets of Spain so that people can confess their sins. Well, anyway, I'm glad that there are at least some people within the Spaniard community that don't agree with what is transpiring in their country at this point in time, because they are basically protesting and even making threats towards the Pope. They're like, they don't want, the Pope in Spain, for Christ's sake, the bottom line. Because the theme behind World Youth Day is to forget about the abortion you had and to confess your sins, all right? And even though we had a lot of threats on the Pope in Spain, and there's a lot of opposition, a lot of protests to the Pope, he still arrived. He was in Madrid today, with a stupid white gown and that stupid, silly, pointy hat and, all that other nonsense. So once again, to commemorate World Youth Day and to commemorate the Pope going out there amidst a lot of opposition in Spain, we are going to take confessions. That's right, we are taking confessions right now on the air. We are taking confessions right now because, that's the theme behind World Youth Day. And I know there's a lot of young people that are listening in right now, so it's time for you to confess. It's time for you to confess here right now on True Capitalist Confessions right now. Let's go ahead and take some calls. And if I call on you, confess your sins, all right? Let it all out, all right? Let the confessions flow freely, all right? Make believe that I'm the pontiff. All right, I am the pontiff. All right, let's take some confessions here. All right, we got who we got here? We got Dunlop. You got a confession, my son. Son of a bitch. I mean, give me a break. Celine Dion, for Christ's sake. We're taking confessions here. We're supposed to be taking confessions. I'm your lady. Give me a goddamn break. Jesus Christ. I mean, we're already in the third and final hour. Jesus Christ, we're running out of time here, all right? The third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get into anything else, please retweet the broadcast, all right? Go to the social networks, the forums, the blogs, and spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, all right? There's all kinds of little buttons underneath the player there. You see all those little Facebook like buttons and tweet this buttons and share those and share this button? Use and abuse those buttons, baby. It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. It's just a freaking click. Anyway, folks, to commemorate the Pope and World Youth Day, we are taking more confessions, all right? We're taking more confessions from people that are calling in right now. So let's go ahead and take some calls. 412, do you have something to confess, my son?
Yes, I'm addicted to Korean pop music.
You're addicted to Korean pop music? God, Jesus Christ. I mean, you might as well, be addicted to the Cotton Eye Joe or some crap. I mean, at least you'd have a little bit more culture to you. 201, what's up? What do you have to confess, my son? Now, you're just playing with your pecker shaft, for Christ's sake. Lobster pots. You're just sitting there playing with your pecker. 651, do you have anything to confess, my son?
Okay, that's great. Because you're about to open it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 318, do you have a confession?
Hey, what's up, Ghost?
What's going on? Do you have a confession to make, man?
Yeah, my name is Pope Tickler, and I am very offended by your show.
Well, keep tickling poop, all right? Because I really don't give a crap if you're offended, all right? Get him off, for Christ's sake. We're taking confessions here. 520, do you have a confession?
Hey, Ghost, this you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard you like to play Howard Stern's Toolbox.
Stupid idiot. Tazeki, do you have anything to confess, my son?
Forgive me, Ghost, for I have sinned.
All right, let me give you one of these crosses here. All right, go ahead.
I've got to confess that I've been kind of repressing my true brony nature, and I need to come out and say, I am a Zeki brony, and
no, Tazeki, no! You're not a brony! That's it. You know what? We're stopping the show right now. We're stopping everything right now. We got to call for a prayer, for Christ's sake. We need to call for a prayer. Can everybody right now that's listening to the sound of my voice put your hand on the computer screen right now? All right? Put your goddamn hand on the computer screen right now, and I want you to pray with me, all right? Lord, this brony, disgusting, pathetic, over-feminine idea has infested in the mind of our fellow brethren, Tazeki. He is now fallen victim to the over-feminization and the absolute pussification that is bronyism. So, Lord, can you please send me energy that I can send over this fiber optically connected world that we call the internet, and send your holiness vibes so that they may reach Tezeki, so that he can no longer embrace this bronyism, so he can no longer entertain the idea of service and glory holes, so he may not entertain the idea of taking it in the pooper. We no longer need this pussification implemented in our world, Lord. And it's time for you to send your holiness vibes through this fiber optically connected world we call the internet. And it's time for you to cure these bronies. It's time for you to cure these bronies of their sick, twisted, demented mental perception. It's time for you to cure these bronies, for Christ's sake. And as for you, Satan, you're a fiend, Satan. You prey on the mind of the young. You prey on the mind of the weak. You're sitting here infecting the minds of these feeble-minded, over-feminine, over-testosterone-producing pieces of milky-licking crap. And it's time for you, Satan, to get back behind me, Satan. Get back behind me. You're a fiend, Satan. And we are not going to let you infect the minds of those that are listening into the True Capitalist Radio broadcast with this disease. This utter disease that is bronyism that has infected our friend Tezeki. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. This is bronyism, for Christ's sake. This is bronies, for Christ's sake. Everybody, to the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. All right? I'd like for everybody to please pray for Tezeki and all the over-feminine, rose-budded asshole brodies who continue to deny that they're actual male fluffers as opposed... No, Jesus Christ, that's enough. I'm done. I'm sick. I mean, brodies, for Christ's sake. I mean, you know, what is this crap? I mean, what is this? I mean, what is this? What is this, Bathhouse Thursday? Is this what it's turning out to be? Bathhouse Thursday, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ, for Christ's sake. I mean, we might as well go ahead and, fruit up the room. We might as well go ahead and fruit up the show, for Christ's sake, huh? Bathhouse Thursday, for Christ. Let's go ahead and fruit it up, huh? Let's go ahead and put some fruit bowl music, for Christ's sake. Go ahead, engineer. Let's fruit up the goddamn broadcast since these stupid, sick, twisted, demented bronies have made this goddamn broadcast into Bathhouse Thursday. All right? You got something of that nature there, engineer? Well, go ahead and put it on right now, for Christ's sake. Put on something that'll get these bronies' assholes puckering up, for Christ's sake. All right? Put something on, engineer. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Uh-oh, look at the bronies in here. Look at them up. Look at them. They're shoving things in their anal passage, lifting to the goddamn song now. Look at them. They're fruiting up. They're fruiting up now.
Greetings, citizens. We are living in the age in which the pursuit of all values other than
listening to Ghost on True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
Yeah, there's a little bit Felix the House Cat there, and a little bit
money, success, fame, glamour, because we are living in the age of the things.
Give me a freaking break, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. We just got too many, too many people playing for the pink team calling up talking garbage, all right? We were taking confessions because the Pope is visiting Spain amidst massive protests. Anyway, we got over 35 dead in a wave of violence that's hitting Pakistan, and not to mention that wave is extending down into Afghanistan. We got another 27 dead in Afghanistan, folks. So this just goes to show you that we're living in a world of disorder, for Christ's sake, while these bronies are, puckering their anal passages, waiting for the next ethnic minority meat in the can. We got a lot of destabilization throughout the international community right here. And as we can see, from the damage in some of the international community sectors like Pakistan, 35 dead and a wave of violence out here. All right, and once again, this is dangerous because if Pakistan were to fall to some Islamic extremist faction of individuals, we best not forget that Pakistan is a nuclear power. They've got nuclear weapons, for Christ's sake, man. So we need to keep our eye on that particular situation. And that's no joke. Not to mention that wave of violence is going down into Afghanistan, 27 dead in Afghanistan. So it's some serious business going on down there, folks, in that part of the globe. So a lot of world disorder happening. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, folks, because we're running out of time here. Did anybody see IBM unveiling their new chip prototype that mimics the human brain? Oh, yeah, that's right. IBM today announced their new microchip that's going to simulate the actual brain cognitive process. It's in prototype form at this point in time, but, if you read the details of what this particular human mimicking type prototype chip can do, I mean, all I got to say is, welcome to machines. That's all I got to say, man. What do they say? We're 40 years away from singularity. I'm starting to maybe roll that back maybe about another 20, 15 years, for Christ's sake. Anyway, what do you think, man? IBM got a human mimicking type microchip. What do you got to say about it? As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and open up some beers. I got beer here. It is, I guess it's Bathhouse Thursday because these assholes are fruiting up the joint. So I'm going to go ahead and crack open some beer. And today I've just got some Miller High Life. And once again, the whole reason why I drink Miller High Life is because it's what my old man used to drink. My old man, he was one of those individuals that worked hard and, did what he had to do to take care of his family. And he would drink these every goddamn day of his life. And, my poor old man, he didn't know how to go to sleep, man. He just knew how to pass out. And whenever he passed out, you had a little ghost over here, trying to sneak in one of his cans into his room. I'd crack open that can. Just crack it open. Crack it open, and then I'd try to taste some of that goddamn beer, And whenever I first tasted when I was a young kid, I was just, you know what I'm saying? But now, it's not too bad. It gives me a nostalgic feel. It plays with my nostalgic portion of my brain every time I take a swig of this goddamn Miller High Life. You understand? It's Miller time, baby. Let me take another chug of this beer here. Oh, that's good stuff, man. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, man, that cooled me off. I was sweating here. I was sweating because these goddamn bronies are pissing me off. But, man, once you take a swig of that damn ice cold beer, let me have another swig of that crap, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo! Hey, we're almost to the weekend. Hey, I'm not an alcoholic, assholes. I'm a connoisseur. Do you understand that? I'm a goddamn connoisseur. That's what you idiots don't realize. All right? Alcoholics, drink the same Kentucky Fried Chicken piss every single goddamn day of their lives, all right? A connoisseur actually appreciates the libation in question and diversifies their intake in libation. You know, I can tell you this right now. You could blindfold me, and I could sip any beer that you put in front of me, with the exception of some of the imports that are really, really micro brew in their production quality. But you could put me in any beer in front of me, and I'll name it. I'll name it, for Christ's sake. Same thing with Scotch. Same thing with Courvoisier, cognac. The same thing with anything, baby. I am a diversified libation consumer. I have consumed many spirits, and that doesn't mean that I'm an alcoholic. It means that I'm a connoisseur and that I'm experienced as far as my palate is concerned, as it pertains to the wonderful world of spirits and libation. So for you assholes calling me a goddamn alcoholic, shove it up your goddamn colon polyp ass. Stupid assholes. Anyway, let me move on, folks. We talked a little bit about IBM unveiling its chip prototype that mimics the human brain. Let's continue with the technological theme, shall we? Google is finally doing something other than taking more and more privacy away from us. They're finally going to do something that's, going to have a harsh side effect if you happen to be studying meteorology. Google Maps is going to have an update where they're actually going to show the weather conditions when you search for any given area on Google Maps, believe it or not. So no longer will you need to have the Weather Channel or that asshole weather guy that's always getting it wrong, for Christ's sake. All you have to do is do a Google Map search, and here soon enough, when this update takes into effect, they're actually going to have weather updates, real-time weather updates, for Christ's sake. So, bye-bye to the weatherman, bye-bye to the Weather Channel, Welcome to machines. Anyway, let me go ahead and take a swig of this beer here. I'm feeling good, baby. I'm feeling good today. Let me go ahead and take another swig of this beer. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, I actually think that's kind of cool. It's about time Google starts utilizing its so-called technological prowess for something that's actually going to, make our lives a little bit more easier out here, it's good. I'll be able to do a Google Map search and be able to see the current weather conditions right there instantaneously with the search. It's about time, Google. It's about time that you do something else other than taking our goddamn personal privacy rights away, you stupid milky-licking pieces of nipple clamp loving butt plug up the ass looking Facebook Mark Zuckerberg hating piece of crap. Jesus Christ. Anyway, be on the lookout for that. Google Maps adding on the weather conditions. Let me move on to another subject matter here, okay? I want to talk about some foreign students, believe it or not, that are working here in America. They actually have staged a protest out in a Hershey plant in Pennsylvania. Can you believe this crap? These are supposed to be foreign exchange students that are actually a prerequisite of them being here is for them to freaking work. And now that they're here, they're working, and they're foreign exchange students, they don't like what's happening in the stupid little Hershey plant. So they decided to just go out and stage a walkout as if they were, I guess American citizens or something, or they were protected by the laws. I have no idea, all right? But can you believe the gall of these goddamn foreign exchange students out here? Have any of us, be a foreign exchange student anywhere in the world and have us stage any kind of a protest, we'd be executed. Do you understand this? We would be seriously executed or thrown in some kind of a goddamn concentration camp, something. Here you got these goddamn foreigners over here. They're like, we don't like the Hershey plant. The Hershey plant don't pay me enough, man. They don't pay me enough, man. Not good, man. And they're out here doing protests, for Christ's sake. What is this goddamn world coming to, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. They're foreign exchange students. A prerequisite before they even enter into the country is them obliging that they are going to work and go to school. And they're bitching? Jesus Christ. I mean, this is it here, folks. I mean, you're hearing it right here. I mean, even the goddamn people that aren't even native citizens that are here just visiting are abusing our rights. Our rights, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I mean, I just thought that was ridiculous. And, Hershey's, I mean, what the hell is your problem? You can't make a couple of foreign exchange students happy by, giving them 3 hots and a cot and, maybe, bringing in a stripper to, shake some boobs in their face or something? I mean, what exactly are the conditions for foreigners to be like, no, it's not good here, man, not good. It's not good here, man. I'm just saying, Jesus Christ, you couldn't feed these people like Hershey chocolate bars or something? You couldn't feed them candy? I'm just saying. Jesus Christ. Let me take another swig of this beer, for Christ's sake. All right, let me move on to another subject matter, for Christ's sake, all right? The next subject matter I want to talk about before we get into radio graffiti, I want to talk a little bit about this kid out of Florida. Have you heard about this kid? He was planning on some kind of a goddamn Columbine-type massacre at one of these high schools out there in Tampa, Florida. Has anybody heard about this kid yet? This kid, his name's Kano. That's what they're pronouncing it as on the TV, on the boob tube. They're announcing it as Kano. But let's be honest, folks. I mean, this is a goddamn ethnic minority. His name is Kano, all right? That's how you really pronounce it, because remember, I'm from Texas, all right? I'm from Texas, all right? We got a lot of Mexicans walking around out here in Texas. So if anybody who knows about Mexicans, it's the king of all Mexicans right here, all right? Anyway, his name is Kano, and, this little episode of this kid's allegedly participant in, he's supposed to be, according to the reports, he's allegedly charged with, not only conspiring to kill and to hurt other students at this specific school, but apparently there was pipe bombs and shrapnel and all this other bomb-making material at his home, and it looked like he was ready for a pretty sophisticated type of a situation as far as killing people is concerned. And what I am observing from this particular situation, it shows me that it's not just crackers that are prone to this type of mass murder idealism. You know what I mean? It's not just, white cracker-ass crackers that are, prone to this. I'm going to go out and shoot my school. So I hope that, the last school shooting we had, what was it, that one Filipino guy that recorded himself? He tried to look like a Ninja Turtle or something. And, hey, you did it to me. I'm doing this for all the people that have been rejected by society. I hope that this latest Kano incident goes to show you that not only cracker-ass crackers, this idea of mass murder, that sort of thing, it's not exclusive to cracker-ass crackers, all right? That's all I'm saying. All right? This kid was obviously of Latin descent. He had the same type of motives as Derek Harris and Eric Klebold out there in Columbine, and I hope both those idiots are being raped by a pitchfork in hell right now because, they were disgusting, despicable bastards that have given fuel to the ass clowns of the world into believing it's justified to go out and kill somebody because, I'm not popular. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what else I want to talk about here? Oh, yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Kim Kardashian's wedding. I mean, the only reason that I'm bringing up Kim Kardashian is because this bitch is on every goddamn channel that I flip it to, for Christ's sake. And is it just me, or is this bitch's face stretching out even farther and farther and farther? And what sucks is that, guys are jacking off to this. You know what I'm saying? They're actually wanting this. They're actually wanting bimbos that look like burn victims. They actually want bimbos with this, disgusting fake look to themselves, for Christ's sake. And the reason that I bring up the Kim Kardashian wedding, because look, and this leads in right to the last subject, all right? Kim Kardashian is nothing more than a skankosaurus bimbo utilizing her looks to juice whoever will give her money. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's her motive. That's what she does. Do you understand? Now, the reason why Kim Kardashian is marrying this stupid scumbag, I don't even know what his name is. I don't even know what his name is. Who cares what his name is, right? Some half-witted basketball player. Is because this asshole gave her a $2 million engagement ring, given the fact that he only makes $1.5 million a year playing basketball. So I'm gonna speculate on this right now. I bet you money that this wedding and this little engagement or this little marriage won't last more than 2 months tops. All right, it won't last more than 2 months tops, because what this bitch is gonna do. This is my opinion. All right, I don't have any inside track on this. This is my opinion, but my opinions are usually right, at least 99.9% of the time. She's going to take that $2 million ring. She's going to marry this prick. She's going to divorce him just like within 2 or 3 months' time, so that they can nullify the wedding. There's no alimony. There's no type of separation of finances. And you know what she's going to do? She's going to keep the freaking $2.5 million ring. And what she's going to do is she's going to hold on to it here for the next year and a half, 2 years, as the gold prices and all the prices and goddamn jewelry go up the ass, and she's going to sell it for $3 or $4 mil here in about 2 years. And that's basically what the Kim Kardashian wedding is about. You know, I mean that's what it's about. You know, anybody who's sitting over here, star fucking this goddamn wedding, you people are idiots. All right, this broad is just doing it so she can keep the ring and she can legally keep it. You know, she can legally keep it, because remember, the wedding ring, the engagement ring, fellas, is the down payment. You understand? Always remember that. You know, when you give somebody a damn engagement ring, it's the down payment. All right. Now, the only way they get to keep that down payment is if they marry you. So if you're giving them some fat ass ring, it's about $2 million. They're going to have to marry you. They can't just keep it, break off the engagement and keep it. You legally cannot do that. So as a result, this is what Kim Kardashian's doing. That's why she's marrying some half-witted two-bit basketball player, because this idiot was stupid enough to extend his credit to buy a $2.5 million ring. And as a result, this guy's not even probably going to get any action. He's not going to get any play. If anything, it doesn't look like Kim Kardashian knows how to bang very well. Did anybody see that Ray J, Kim Kardashian, sick sadistic porno tape? Did y'all see that? Huh? All this bitch was doing was just laying on her back going, Ray J, give me a break. You got that big jungle ass going on. You got that big tribal ass going on, you stupid skankosaurus. And the best you can come up with is laying on your back, Ray J, give me a freaking break. Jesus Christ. And before we go into Radio Graffiti, I want to talk a little bit about this cat named, what the hell's his name? What the hell is this idiot's name? Russell Armstrong. Did anybody hear about this guy? Anyway, Russell Armstrong was one of the guys that was the husbands to one of these skankosauruses out there on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, anyway, the reason that he's in the news is because he killed himself. He killed himself by, basically hanging himself. And the reason is, folks, is because just because people live in Beverly Hills, just because people are, riding around in badass rides and expensive threads and expensive this and that, doesn't mean they're actually rich. Do you understand? This is what I keep telling people, that, when you look at somebody and you think they're rich, they have the ability to extend credit lines and to be able to pay every month's credit obligation. Once they stop paying each month's credit obligation, each and every one of those little possessions they got on credit get taken from them. And that's exactly what happened to this guy, what the hell is his name again? Russell Armstrong, all right? Now, if you're taking a look at this Russell Armstrong guy, he was a four-eyed, balding prick, right? Obviously, he made, some kind of money to where the financial institutions found it credible enough to lend him large quantities of cash. He was living in Beverly Hills. He was out there riding around town. Did you see the skankosaurus wife that he had, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ, she was one of the divas of the goddamn show. Her name was Taylor Armstrong. I mean, you know, the whole reason why Russell Armstrong was spending all this money was to pacify this stupid Skankosaurus, you know? And this is what happened a couple of weeks prior to Russell, what the hell's his name again? Russell Armstrong offing himself, all right? He filed for major bankruptcy. He basically got separated from his wife, and then this past week his wife filed for divorce. So in essence, he lost everything. He's never going to be able to get anything because he's radioactive to the financial institutions. No one's ever going to give him a loan. No one's ever going to lend him money. No one's ever going to open a credit line for him ever again. So he'll never be able to live as lavish as he did, like in Beverly Hills. He lost his Skankosaurus slutbag who filed for divorce for him this past week. So what else does this man have to live for? What else does he have to live for? Nothing. So he did the honorable thing, and let me tell you, I'm gonna take a toast to Russell Armstrong. You did the honorable thing by killing yourself, and instead of trying to continue on life and pretend that all your bad decisions just didn't happen. You know, I mean, because like I always said, folks, if you take a step back in lifestyle. If you have to curb your lifestyle at any point in life, you're a failure. You understand? I mean, if you get accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and for whatever reason, an economic retraction, you get laid off, whatever the case might be, and you go backwards, you're a loser. You're an idiot. And this poor bastard, Russell Armstrong, not only did he take a step backwards, he collapsed. He collapsed. I mean, there's no way that this guy was ever going to live the lifestyle that he attained via all these credit lines, for Christ's sake. And as a result, his wife left him, so he has nothing. So the guy did the honorable thing and decided, I'm going to just off myself, for Christ's sake. I should have been a lot smarter. I mean, I let this stupid blonde Skankosaurus slutbag take me to the cleaners. You know, I mean, I fucking blew more money than I should have. I did this and that, so I'm just gonna hang myself. You know what I mean? So once again, cheers to Russell Armstrong, doing the honorable thing and offing himself instead of going out here like Pete Rose or something with that disgusting shit-eating mug anytime you're in public, because you know that everybody else knows about your precarious, stupid setback in life. You understand? Let me tell you something. If that happened to me, I would have done the same thing. Let me tell you something. If I ever take a step back in my lifestyle, folks, I mean, I would definitely consider, what Russell Armstrong did here. But you see, that ain't ever going to happen to me, baby, because I don't make dumb decisions. I don't get Skankosauruses that are going to drain me dry, all right? I've got a wife who will follow me into hell, all right? I got a wife who would follow me into hell and do whatever it took to sustain our team, our marriage, our ability to generate revenue, for Christ's sake. You understand? My wife is not a detriment to our relationship. She's actually a strong point. She's a pillar. I mean, what was Taylor Armstrong on the side of Russell Armstrong? She was a goddamn detriment. She was a bag of bricks that this asshole wouldn't let go because, oh, look at her. She looks like a decent 40-year-old piece of poontang. It's ridiculous and stupid. Give me a drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Here, let me chug the rest of this, and we're going to get to the radio graffiti here. There we go. Give me another beer. More beer! We need more beer up in here. Yeah, we got some beer here. Oh, yeah. Anyway, folks, I think it's about that time. I want to thank everybody for listening in. It's been a pretty good show. You've been a pretty good audience today, so I think it's about time for everybody's favorite time of the program, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti! Sorry, it was a tension breaker, had to be done, man. Anyway, Radio Graffiti in the house. Once again, if you want to participate, it's very easy. All you have to do is call 646-652-4869. And once I call your area code or your Skype name, you've got 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. You can say whatever it is that you want to say. All you have to do is call 646-652-4869, and when I call on your goddamn area code or your Skype name, be ready! Be ready, you ass clowns! Jesus Christ. All right, here, let's see what we got here. Let's start from the top, baby. Christopher Reeves, Radio Graffiti.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Your mother. El Foxo Loco, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. We got Matt, Radio Graffiti.
Engineers retard.
Jesus Christ, how old are you, man? 8 years old? I mean, what's up with the 8-year-old demographic calling my show, for Christ's sake? I mean, where are the parents? Where are the parents and all this crap? I'll tell you where they are. They're at a goddamn TGI Fridays or a freaking Applebee's looking to get the high hard one by some ethnic minority, while this poor brat is at home picking his boogers, listening to broadcasts, watching pornographic material, the whole 9 yards. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? We got 404, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I heard you didn't like black people.
Well, you're wrong, you asshole, all right? I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black, all right? I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Mexican, all right? A whole bunch of friends that happen to be Oriental. A whole bunch of friends that happen to be WAP and Kraut and Camel Jockey and kangaroo banging, and all those people. I'm a melting pot of friendship, for Christ's sake. Anyway, 419, Radio Graffiti.
And I'm a big pretty-ass fruit bowl gay bastard that's taking it in the pooper.
You sorry sack of crap. 405, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, this is Burton, retired police officer. How you doing tonight, boy?
Yeah, you ain't no cop, all right? You don't talk like a pig, all right? I know how pigs talk, all right? I know how pigs talk. Don't sit over here and try to act like, sir, look at me, I'm Barney Fife kind of cop, boy, and I know how the pig talks, all right? I can smell bacon from a mile away, all right? They talk as if they're bigger than they are. You know how cops are, you know what I mean? They talk like they're bigger than they are. Hey, excuse me, son, can you please over here and go there? Can you please get out of the car, please? Can you get out of the goddamn car? Goddamn pigs. Who else do we got? 603, Radio Graffiti. I'm telling you, sorry sacks of crap. You better stop it with those goddamn remixes. I'm not joking, man. I don't like that freaking circus song that they made of me, for Christ's sake. That's stupid. It makes me sound like some Barnum and Bailey's freak show or something, and I don't appreciate it. 978, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, is the reason you smell bacon because you're a fat piece of shit?
No, the reason I'm smelling bacon because your mother is, licking the bacon bits out of my anal passage. All right? Anyway, 541, what's up? Radio Graffiti.
Hi, this is Alex Meanberg. Welcome to the herd, Zeki.
All right, 817, Radio Graffiti.
Is it true that when the engineer does push-ups, he's pushing the girth down?
That's horrible. That's another 8-year-old kid. Poor kid, you know. At least he's trying. You know, as single mothers, you know, this is what happens to your children. You see what's happening here? This is what happens to your children. That's why you need a daddy, all right? Anyway, 301, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, just tell the engineer I think he's a really cool guy.
Hey, engineer, you're a really cool guy, this guy from 301 said, man. He said thanks. 908, Radio Graffiti. Give me a damn break. 703, what's up? Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what's a pecker shaft?
If you can't figure out what a pecker shaft is, obviously, I don't know, you're a eunuch or something. 651, Radio Graffiti. Another idiot just playing with his Peter Popper. 205, what's up? Radio Graffiti.
Hey, me and my friend Jake, we're listening to another radio station, and they said you supported Sarah Palin.
No. 949, Radio Graffiti. Here we go again, a bunch of internet butt stalkers that don't say nothing, bunch of deaf mutes, for Christ's sake. Electric Man Bobby, Radio Graffiti.
I like movies, but ones are better, my boy.
You have a cheap-ass 386 SX computer. 715, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, just wanted to say something about ethanol. I love burning ethanol on my 300 wheel.
I'm sure you do, you sorry sack of waste of human flesh crap. Mind-boggling Peppy, Radio Graffiti. Man, I'm going to say a goddamn thing, huh? Capitalizing Belgian Kid. What's up, Radio Graffiti?
What's up, Ghost? I am bringing capitalizing to fucking Belgium. I don't know if
I hope so, man. I hope you're capitalizing out there in Belgium, man. Sell them freaking wooden shoes. 848, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, what is this, slumber party, huh? I mean, what is this, like, some 15-year-old girl slumber party over there, for Christ's sake? I mean, why are you listening to this broadcast? 661, Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're just playing with your Peter Popper, too. 903, Radio Graffiti.
Walk around out here in Texas with my...
Shut up. 817, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I have a question.
Well, too bad. It's Radio Graffiti, jerk dick. 830, Radio Graffiti.
It's called Tom. You idiots need to know when to take a hint. Peace out.
Hey, thanks. At 917, Radio Graffiti. Turn down your radio, ass clown. 914, Radio Graffiti.
Hello? Hello?
Jesus Christ. 604, Radio Graffiti.
How do you feel about being American when your president is black, you sick son of a bitch?
Well, I don't know about you, but Barack Obama hasn't hurt my pocketbook, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't really appreciate a lot of his, integration of government into private enterprise. But at the same time, I mean, I've made some serious capital, man. I mean, I've gotten, a tremendous amount wealthier during his tenure. And the reason is because when you've got government intervention manipulating the markets, so as long as you know where the government investment is going, you should be able to capitalize. And that's exactly what I've been doing, baby, living lavish. As a matter of fact, let me take a chug of this beer here. All right, cheers to everybody who's living lavish. Cheers to all the capitalists out there throughout the world, baby. I'm chugging. I want to see some chugs across the screen here, like it's a freaking bar room or something, all right? Everybody in here, I want to chug, 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 chug. I want to hear that crap. I want to see it all over the freaking screen, for Christ's sake, like it's a goddamn bar room. Like we're out here drinking and doing some drinking sessions on goddamn 6th Street, for Christ's sake. Let me take another chug. I'm going to chug this whole damn beer, for Christ's sake. Here we go. Woo! Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I'm feeling great, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me take some more chugs out of this, for Christ. Let's keep chugging. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean for that to happen, but when you're chugging beers, that's what happens, I know that a lot of people on this chat room right now are probably one of these jerk dicks that go into the bars or the clubs or wherever you participate in consuming libations. You sit there basically babysitting a freaking beer, and to be honest with you, I hate you idiots. You annoy me. I know that you're babysitting a freaking beer, and you deserve a bitch slap for it. I mean, bottom line, you deserve a goddamn bitch slap for it. Anyway, let's continue going. 903, Radio Graffiti.
Favorite meal, favorite alcohol.
My favorite alcohol, well, Jesus Christ. It would probably have to be champagne. I mean, champagne is the most greatest spirit. I mean, you drink about 2 bottles of champagne, you start to feel like $1 million. I kid you not. You know? I mean, beer, kind of makes you feel like, alcohol, like it depends on the alcoholic libation that you're drinking. It can make you, a little bit wild. It can make you a little bit, dangerous, to say the least. But champagne, baby, like I said, this past weekend I had me a bottle of Dom P 1997. Just imagine how much that shit costs, huh? 856, what's up, Radio Graffiti?
Fuck every Dallas cowboy that ever draws a breath. Fucking Texas.
Shove that song up your ass, all right? I'll tell you this right now, all you sacks of crap that utilize that song in an attempt to agitate me, you're just haters. You're just player haters against Texas, for Christ's sake. You're pissed off that everything's bigger in Texas, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? You're probably mad, especially you males that are listening to the manly dominance that I'm throwing around this broadcast like it ain't shit. I bet you idiots are hating because you know that I'm probably sporting a 15.5-inch John Holmes sausage between my legs while you're sitting over there with a 3.5-inch pink wet willy. All right, the bottom line is that you idiots can continue to hate on Texas all you want to. The bottom line is that there's been countless individuals that have written songs about Texas, that have been inspired to write literature about Texas. Texas is the greatest state in the Union, if not the greatest state in the world, and I'm so glad to be from Texas, for Christ's sake. God bless Texas, baby. Let me go ahead and take a cheers. Let me take a swig for Texas, all right? Let me go ahead and do that. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, let's take a couple more callers here on Radio Graffiti. 832, what's up, Radio Graffiti?
I would hug a pony non-sexually.
I doubt that. I think that you like ponies sexually. I can tell by your voice. Jim Williamson, Radio Graffiti.
Your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
9/11. Something you do on the weekends?
Go to church.
Black guys.
You sick son of a bitch. What kind of sick, fruity-ass comment was that? I'm telling you, the whole goddamn world is getting sick, for Christ's sake. Perversion is rampant, for Christ's sake. 516, Radio Graffiti.
God bless Ron Paul and God bless Al-Assad.
You stupid sorry sack of crap. 916, Radio Graffiti.
Slaves don't count as friends, Ghost.
What are you talking about? I got a whole bunch of friends. What are you talking about, man? I got a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black, for Christ's sake, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I am very in tune with black culture. I know that you people don't want to sit here and admit that. I mean, if you look back in the archives, I know more about black culture than black people do. All right? And that's no joke. All right? Anyway, let's see. 630, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, this is your Brony Bebop, and I like to Shantae. Shantae.
You sick son of a bitch. 508, Radio Graffiti. Man, just play with your Peter Popper. 512, Radio Graffiti.
How you glue your butt from the ceiling?
Oh, Jesus Christ, some skankosaurus from Austin, for Christ's sake. Those bitches are a dime a dozen out here. Let me tell you something. If you ever come down to Austin, Texas, all you got to do is be a single guy with a beer, and some chick is going to come up to you saying, hey, if you're not getting laid in Austin, Texas, then you might as well turn gay. That's all I got to say, all right? If you're not getting laid in Austin, Texas, you might as well turn gay and take it in the pooper. 502, Radio Graffiti.
Did you convert to Judaism because you were harassed at the Catholic?
You stupid sack of crap. I'm not a Jew. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this to you people. I am not a Jew. Let me get it to your goddamn heads. I am not a Jew. Jesus Christ. 603, Radio Graffiti. Sorry, sack of crap. Jesus Christ. 832 Radio Graffiti.
Hello? Yeah, I called.
Jesus Christ, another 8-year-old. That's exactly what we need, for Christ's sake. 201 Radio Graffiti.
Poopin'!
Obviously, he's pooping. 347 Radio Graffiti.
All right, who's the more attractive pony, Fluttershy or Derby Hooves?
I think the more attractive horse is your mother. 248 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, is this a slumber party for Alex Jones?
Oh, so stupid, Skankosaurus. Why don't you get back in the kitchen and make your man something to eat instead of sitting over here messing around with me?
Hello, is this Alex Jones?
Stupid Skankosaurus bimbo. 202 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, Tuesday night 11, you're in jail.
Jesus Christ. 630 Radio Graffiti.
It's like my retardas in the top percentage of retardas.
What did you say? Akuma Matata or some shit? Get this. Give me a goddamn call that's worth a crap, engineer. God damn it. What do it? Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? 831 Radio Graffiti. You goddamn assholes with that stupid circus song, for Christ's sake. Whoever did that, you better watch your ass, because I'm getting punitive damages out of it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta say. Sorry, sack of crap. 770 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, guys, keep it up.
Hey, thanks a lot. 205 Radio Graffiti.
Yo, Ghost, I was wondering if you were friends with Michael Moore.
You stupid idiot. No, I'm not friends with Michael Moore, for Christ's sake. But let me tell you what I am. I'm thinking about making a band out here in Austin, Texas, because believe it or not, if you make a band out here in Austin, Texas, you can make a living doing it. I'm not trying to make a living. I'm just trying to suffice my, my bar tabs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just basically doing it for the Johnny Walker Blue Label money. And I am actually going to name my band Michael J. Fox and the Shakes. All right, what does everybody think, huh? Michael J. Fox and the Shakes. Unfreaking believable. If you don't think that band's going to the top, then I have no idea what the hell you idiots are even thinking about when it comes to music, for Christ's sake, all right? All right? Hey, let's take a cheers to the future band of Ghost himself. Michael J. Fox and the Shakes, baby, huh? That's a great band right there. Let me go ahead and take a chug of this here. What the hell? Everybody's like, that's horrible. What's horrible? What's horrible about it, man? I'm just saying, man. I mean, that's what I would do. I would name my band Michael J. Fox and the Shakes, man. It's a great band name, for Christ's sake. Hey, I like Back to the Future. I like Doc Brown, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's take a couple of more callers and let's get some shout-outs going on over here. Who else we got? Oh, no, we already called on that Skankosaurus. 850 Radio Graffiti. Shove that shit up your ass. 848 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Dan. What instrument do you play?
What instruments do I play? What instrument don't I play? I'm like Trent Reznor when it comes to instrument playing. Do you understand? I mean, I lay out every single track. That's what I do. I know how to play every single instrument. I'm instrumentally diverse, for Christ's sake. Do you understand what I'm saying? I play every freaking instrument. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm like Trent Reznor.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. Beneath you there's a hole.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway. 213 Radio Graffiti.
Why did I read that you were pushing the NWO reptilian agenda on Infowars.com?
What is Alex Jones embracing like the homosexual community? Because that's the only people that are listening to him now. Is that it? 213.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I could just tell by your voice, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. Good God. You might as well fake like you're a chick or something just so you can at least salvage some kind of self-dignity, for Christ's sake. 405, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I just want to say there's no way you know how to play all the instruments, you fucking prick.
Oh, yeah? You want to make a bet? Come down here to Austin, Texas, and challenge me, boy. You understand that? 563, Radio Graffiti.
Oh, you play the rusty trombone?
No, but your mother plays a dirty Sanchez, you know what I mean, and a Cincinnati bow tie. 419, Radio Graffiti.
So does the KKK sponsor you, or you sponsor the KKK?
You stupid fruity bastard, all right? Why don't you stop fluffing people in bathrooms, and then maybe you'll understand the true capitalist radio broadcast. 949, Radio Graffiti.
Fluttershy for president.
Jesus Christ, you stupid brony. 651, Radio Graffiti. All right, one more. This is the last one. Make it count. 301, Radio Graffiti.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
You stupid sack of crap. Anyway, that's about enough of this. Let me go ahead and give some shout-outs to everybody who's in the chat room right now. We got 4 minutes left to the live broadcast. But let me tell you, what you're going to have to do is just stay in the room right now. Stay in the room if you want your name shouted out. You can hear it in the archive. And, of course, folks, the archive is at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. It has every single episode I've ever broadcasted in the archive, absolutely free. And once again, folks, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and let me know what's going on with you. Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores whatsoever. Ghost Politics, all right? Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and give some shout-outs to the peeps that are in the chat room. And once again, if you want a shout-out, even though we may go off the air, the live broadcast may end, I will still give you a shout-out if you stay in the broadcast. And after the broadcast, I don't know yet, I may go to the Capitalist Army and go chat out there to some of the folks that happen to be kicking it out there. And if you're not a part of the Capitalist Army, well, by God, go to www.capitalistarmy.com, capitalistarmy.com, and come chat with us, for Christ's sake, all right? Let me know what's going on. Anyway, let me get some shout-outs. We got Zero I Money Gur. We got Flut Tress I something. I don't know what the hell that is. Zero Ghost Loves. I'm not saying that. Zero Ghosts. I'm not saying any of these ghosts ones. These are sick. Screw all you idiots that put those stupid sick names there. We got Zero Hershey Highway Tickle. We got Zero I'm Sarah Palin, Zero King Poop Tickler, Zero Poop McTickler, Zero Poop Tickler Jr., Zero President Poop Tickler, Zero Reptilian Poop Tickler, Zero Rule 34 on Ghost, Zero Sergeant Poop Tickler, Zero Wayne King Ghost, Zero I'm Sarah Palin, Too Fat for Spandex, 8-Bit Zombie, A Fat Man, I can't. I'm not going to say that name. Andy Tags, Annan9391, Another Donut. We've got Base Capitalism, Blues 111, Bobble, Brandon Machukia or something, Bronies FTW, Brony Ghost Friend, Brown Guy, Bud Vazers. We got Canadads. We got Chad Thread, Check My Doubles. We got Chris Reeves. What else we got? We got Communist Mom. We got some idiot named Communist Satanist. Cool Guy Dylan. Crazy Stuck Up. CS Charlie. Cutie Mark Crusader 13. Darth Sweeto. We got Derek E. Derpatilialism. We got Derpy Hooves. Dixie Normus. Dr. Hooves. Doghouse Dan. Duke Nukem 000. We got Ed 0183. We got Ed the Nerd, L Captain, Electric Fence. What's going on to Electric Fence in the house? We got LX Soma X Loco. We got Emo Fluttershy. We've got Filipino Fibromyalgia, Fluff Fluttershy for president, Fluttershy 11, Gatsby Capitalist, Gunbagbo. We got General Poop Tickler, Ghetto Poop Tickler, NWO Reptilian, Ghost Loves Bronies. No, I don't, you idiot. Ghost is fake. Screw you. Ghost Loves Fluttershy. Ghost Loves 315. Ghost the Poop Tickler, you assholes. Good Wrench. We got all the guests up in the place. What's going up to all the guests that are out there listening into the broadcast? How you doing? All right, join the capitalist army, and not to mention follow me on Twitter, for Christ's sake, all right? Follow me on goddamn Twitter. There's a Twitter name to follow, Ghost Politics, all right? All one word, no underscores, Milky Lickers. All right, now who else we got? Jesus Christ, I lost my goddamn place, for Christ's sake. Here we go. We got Helen Keller Olympics, Icy Butts, Icy Knickers. We got Nochi or something. We got, I'm not saying that, Jim Lyons, JL Young 813, John Brand, John Guy, Jordan Powers 3000, Joseph Smosheff, Josh 117, Josh Lancaster, Juju Fisherman, King Poop Tickler. We got Kiju Blob, Lemonite, Light Yagami, Lord Zork, Loud 0701, Lewis Gedman, Love and Smash, Low Fat Sperm, Jesus Christ, Menno Mem. We got Mexican Ghost in the house, Michio Dave Cash, Mummy Yummy Lemons, McFurry. We've got Mr. Furry, Mr. Metal Goth, MS Ty 10. We got Mystery Man Ryan. Who else we got? We got Nestor the Molester. We got Nigerian, Nozart in the place, Operidius. We've got over 9,000 lols. Philip. We got Polyphony. Who else we got? We got Poop Tickler's uncle. We got Rainboom Dash, Rainbow Dashy, Rev Dev 279. What's going on? RDev 279. We got Ryan Deering. We got Satan is good. Satan is my pal. We got Scrooge McDuck, Skull 155. We got Simply X. We've got Taco Man Supreme, Tipo, Texas Guy Man. We've got Theora. We've got that fruity little bastard, the aborted fetus, the guy 1337, the man with the plan, the Rock 88, Toop Pickler. We've got Twilight Sparkle 2012, Von Richofen. What's going on? We got VTech 2SLO. We got Ray Pugh. We got Zam, and we got two more guests up in the place. And that's the shout-out for your ass, my friends. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take one more beer. I got one more beer here. Let me go ahead and open up one more beer. We're no longer broadcasting live. This is purely for the archive at this point in time. So let me go ahead and open up this beer here. Let me go ahead. Oh, yeah. Let me take a swig of the beer. Let me see how I feel after I take that big chug of brewski. Let me see how I'm feeling here, huh? Let me see. All right, let me do a little bit of after the show radio graffiti. How about that? Just a little bit, just a couple of them, all right? This is strictly for those that listen to me on the archive, baby, all right? For all those that can't tune in with me live, that are listening to me on the archive, this goes out to you. Let's go ahead and start from the top, shall we? We've got Skull 341 Radio Graffiti.
How come you don't like conservative?
Well, you got a cheap-ass computer, but I think that what you said is, why don't I like Sarah Palin? Because she ruined the conservative principles. She ruined the conservative ideology. She made a mockery of conservatism, and that's why I have renounced conservatism, even though I spent my entire life living the conservative lifestyle and living the conservative principles. This stupid Skankosaurus Eskimo bimbo has basically made a mockery of everything that I dedicated my life to. So for you to sit over here and ask me the question why I don't like Sarah Palin, there it is, my friend. There it is. Ken Masters, Radio Graffiti.
How you doing, Ghost?
How's it going, man? Pivot Idiot, Radio Graffiti.
Support the Poop Tickle Army, www.pooppip.
Shut up. Note Party, Radio Graffiti.
Ponies.
Yeah, I'm sure you're shoving them up your ass. Dunlop, Radio Graffiti. Are you kidding me with this ridiculous crap? I mean, I'm sick of those goddamn Celine Dion songs. That's why I don't like Canadian, all right? The stupid idiots that they sell us from Canadian. That's why I don't like it, for Christ's sake. I mean, they sell us old Celine Dion. They sell us old one-ball Tom Green, you know? They sell us that ridiculous Ryan Reynolds jag-off, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, they sell us William Shatner. I mean, can you Canadians stick to your side of the border over there in Canada, for Christ's sake? Oh, yeah, not to mention Justin freaking Bieber, for Christ's sake. Justin freaking Bieber. Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and take another chug of beer here. All right, let's take a couple more callers here, shall we? We got Discard Skype, Radio Graffiti. You know what? I'm an old piece of prostate-infected crap. All I do is I'm a just shut up your ass with those goddamn radio splicings, man. You better hope. You sorry sacks of crap better hope that the necessary precautions and the necessary steps that I'm taking to make sure that your asses pay me punitive damages, you better hope that you're not on the list, boy. And when you are, I don't want to hear from you saying, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. Life ain't fair, boy. Piece of crap. We got Smojin, Radio Graffiti. Melting pot of worship. Stupid sack of crap with that stupid Barnum and Bailey circus song. I mean, God. Stop that, man. I mean, I'm doing after Radio Graffiti here. Look at what you're doing. Look at the face I'm getting. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and take some more chugs of this beer. How about that? How about we do some after the show hearing ghost beer chugging? How about that, huh? How about a little bit of that, huh? All right. Here we go. Let's just do some more chugging here, huh? Let's do some more chugging. This goes out to all the capitalists that are listening to me throughout the world. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take a couple of more Radio Graffiti, shall we? 571 Radio Graffiti.
Put a text from the White House, Ron Paul 2012.
Goddamn Ron Paul. Give me a freaking break with Ron. Ron Paul! He doesn't know his ass from his elbow. He still thinks we need to go to the gold standard, for Christ's sake. And the gold standard is some prehistoric economic concept that no longer needs to be acknowledged at this point. Jesus Christ. 914 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, I'm 14. I'm 13.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Major fail. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is it. This is America, folks. I'm not joking to you. I mean, I know there's a lot of people. I get a lot of emails that state that there's no way that this is America. Yeah, assholes. This is America. This is it, man. I mean, this is the youth out here in this goddamn place, man. Anyway, 248, Radio Graffiti.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, is it me? I just wanted to say I'm a liberal, and I approve.
Well, all you got to do is just sit there and stop flapping your cocksucker in the wind because I don't want to hear from your skankosaurus ass, all right, you liberal bimbo? Why don't you go into a soup kitchen and make some of these people that are the so-called PO in America that are looting businesses and utilizing Twitter and Facebook to organize looting sessions? Why don't you go help feed those people? How about that, huh? How about all of that? Stupid skank. 201 Radio Graffiti.
I'm still pooping.
Jesus Christ, he's still pooping, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. 609 Radio Graffiti.
Morning or evening, Ghost. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, but screw you. 651 Radio Graffiti.
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lord.
Now, shove that song up your ass, you stupid moron, all right? We got Dr. Poop Tickler, Radio Graffiti.
Fuck you, Texas.
God damn it, look, I'm giving you idiots after the show Radio Graffiti, and that's the goddamn last song that I want to listen to at this point in time. Don't you understand that, you stupid skankosaurus morons? Huh? Don't you understand, you stupid finger spanker, ball cheese licking pieces of garbage? Don't you understand this, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and take another chug of this beer. I'm chugging beers here, you know what I'm saying? I'm chugging beers here. That's what I'm doing. Pretty good, man. Pretty good stuff. All right, who else we got going on over here? 909 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost for President 2012.
You're damn right. Are you kidding me? I would love to run for president. The unfortunate part about it is that, if you think Rick Perry's bad on as far as shooting from the hip, as far as his personal opinions are concerned, they ain't going to like old Ghost over here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to like Ghost over here, boy. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I got, like I said, John Holmes sausage that hangs between my legs of a 50 and a half. And, these people are just going to be sitting there in complete awe. In complete freaking awe at the manly dominance that I'm throwing around and the blatant Texas attitude. The blatant Texas bravado that I'm just throwing around the goddamn internet like it ain't shit. Give me some more beer, for Christ's sake. Good stuff. Very good stuff, baby. Area code 248, Radio Graffiti.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello. I'm the one you call a skank. Yeah. You too. You call me too. You call me both skank.
Well, you know what? I don't think that you sound like a skank. You know what I'm starting to think that you're starting to sound like? Before I tell you what you sound like, I think it's about everybody's favorite time of the program that I completely missed during the regular broadcast, and I'm talking about Guess the Minority! That's right, folks. It's a little bit of the after show Guess the Minority game, folks, and this is strictly for the folks that are listening to the broadcast. It's another game of everybody's favorite game. It's Guess the Minority, and I want you to put your guesses on the computer screen right now if you basically guess what this minority is at this point in time. So go ahead and put your guesses, baby. It's time to play Guess the Minority. All right, shut it off. All right, 248, you there?
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Probably, I'd say chicken nuggets for me. Yeah. That's probably about it.
Are you a mixed breed between Mexican and Oriental?
How do you know? Oh my God!
Yes! I freaking love this game, baby. Yes! Woo! I'm telling you, folks, all you idiots that sit over here and tell me that I'm some kind of a racist bastard, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying? I freaking love this game, man. I freaking love this game. That's why I'm saying all these idiots that are out spreading these slanderous lies about me being some kind of a Grand Dragon racist and me being, oh, you're just sitting there trying to expand stereotypes. Really? Is that what I'm trying to do? Let me tell you something. I can tell you your whole life story based upon the voice that you're representing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, 248, you want to know how I knew?
Actually, sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you how I knew, because I am such a brilliant man as it pertains to the realm of linguistics. I think that even Noam Chomsky's scientific work into linguistics doesn't even compare to the mental process that I have within my brain to spotting not just ethnic minorities. Man, I could spot homosexuals, lesbos. I could spot anything, anytime, anywhere. And that's just based on vernacular. Just imagine if I see these scumbags. I mean, I can even tell even more upon how I see somebody. That's why I'm saying, I'm such a good businessman because I can read people. I'm not some idiot that's just, sitting around thinking that, oh, look at me, I'm a cool guy. I can read these people. I mean, that's what you have to be an enlightened human being. You have to illuminate yourself to the idea of what the human condition is, what comprises the human condition, and being able to utilize this great gift that you call a brain, be able to retain all the information that you learn from this realm, and be able to apply it to yourself so that you can get ahead and capitalize, baby. So you can capitalize. Anyway, 248, thanks for being a good sport. I know that, maybe that you're a little taken back that I guessed that you were a mixed breed, but the bottom line is that I know what I'm talking about. I know there's a lot of people all over the internets that sit here and say, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's sitting there just trying to infuriate stereotypes. Well, that just goes to show you, all right? That goes to show you that I know what I'm talking about. And I hope that, this after Radio Graffiti crowd, after show Radio Graffiti crowd understands it and appreciates it and gives me a newfound respect for it. Anyway, 619 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, I'm 12 years old, and I love your show.
Yeah, shove a burrito up your ass, 619, all right? Jesus Christ, you're getting your kid to come up here and talk and act like some perverted jerk dick? Jesus Christ. Who else we got? We got Liberal Laura, Radio Graffiti.
Pot of friendship, melting pot. Melting pot of friendship, melting pot.
Damn it, shove that goddamn Barnum and Bailey song up your goddamn ass, for Christ's sake. I'm giving you idiots after the show Radio Graffiti, and this is what I'm getting here. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of crap I'm getting up in here. Jesus Christ! You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna force everybody that's listening to me after Radio Graffiti, the after the show Radio Graffiti, the after the show banter. I'm gonna force y'all to listen to some Goofy Bone. Go ahead, throw on some Goofy Bone, engineer. Throw it on now. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I've got sex on my mind. You know what? This is so fucking hot. You're turning me on. I've always wanted to fuck you. And here's my chance.
Baby girl, you must understand. I could never be your man. I'm just here to be your bone. Giving you something to moan. Hoping that you like it thick. Trust me, baby, I'll bust them lips. Getting you nasty, ready to dance. At the end, I wanna be in your pants. At my pad, you sing it slow. Positions are nice where you don't want to go to. Strangers that are getting freaky. I feel like a plumber fixing this leaky. Put it in the hole like Tiger Woods. Watching this girl just feels so good. She's falling in love, but I think it's too quick. Cause I'm not a boyfriend, I'm just her.
All right, shut it off, engineer, come on. All right, I got a couple more beers here, and we're going to take a couple more calls. I'm feeling good today, man. This is another extended version of the show, for Christ's sake. You understand what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and take another swig of this beer here. Oh, yeah. Everybody hear that? Another beer. You know what I mean? Another beer up in here. Maybe because I'm feeling a little tipsy because I'm chugging beers. You know, I like chugging beers. It reminisces me to my college days. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Let me go ahead and take a chug here. Very good. Very, very good to say the least. Anyway, folks, Jesus Christ, I mean, I'm already 20 minutes over. I'm 20 minutes over the show. Anyway, I just want to let everybody know that I am going to be here tomorrow for Baller Friday. Baller Friday, I'm definitely going to be here tomorrow. And not to mention, folks, that if enough people tweet at me, I may do a Saturday or Sunday show. I don't know yet. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes because, man, I'm thinking about a Saturday or Sunday show. You know, I'm just thinking. You know, these are just thoughts that are just running through my mind at this point in time because I know that I left a lot of people hanging on Wednesday, so it's time to get some goddamn things going on Sunday or Saturday, either one. You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't do that, or I'll at least host a chat. I know that there's a lot of individuals that are within the community of the True Capitalist radio broadcast that appreciate some of the voice chats that I conduct. We definitely conduct some serious business during those voice chats, and of course, if you want to know when them voice chats are going to take place, well, by God, follow me on goddamn Twitter. You know, follow me on Twitter, for Christ's sake. Ghost Politics, all right? Ghost Politics, all one word, no underscores, man. You know, follow me. I usually tweet, you know, that I'm going to conduct a chat session late in the evening, sometime like around 11:30, 12 a.m. Central Standard Time out here in Austin, Texas. But one thing I do appreciate is all the individuals that come in and actually, you know, chat with me during these chat sessions. Man, we actually chat about some serious subject matters, some serious political discourse, capitalist discourse, so on and so forth. So once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I am going to be here tomorrow for Baller Friday, and moreover, I am going to attempt to expand, you know, a couple of other things within the broadcast, so be on the lookout for that. I'm not going to go into detail of what I'm speaking of, but maybe I will unleash it either Baller Friday or on Monday. Either way. Well, okay, there's been some people that have been saying they've been waiting, so we'll just go ahead and finish out the radio graffiti. There's not that many calls. Oh, look at everybody. Oh, I've been waiting forever. Oh. So let's just go ahead and let's just finish the callers that are in radio graffiti, all right? NEOA10, radio graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. Hello.
How's it going? We got Andres Ash, radio graffiti.
Hello, I'm that 12-year-old that called. I love your show. I'm a fag.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Prometheus God Tier, radio graffiti.
Yeah, I want to know how much of that $60 sip of horse cum you like to take.
I couldn't even understand you from your fruity-ass voice. Troner On, radio graffiti.
Lithuanians think that you're racist.
I'm not a racist, goddammit. I'm a melting pot of friendship. I'm a nice guy. God damn you assholes. 111 radio graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. How you doing today?
Jesus Christ, with these 8-year-old kids calling me, for Christ's sake. Where are the parents? Where are the parents, for Christ's sake? God damn it. They're out there getting laid at Applebee's and TGI Fridays at happy hour. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for some ethnic minority to give them the high hard one. Somebody named Tyrone or Paco or something. Jesus Christ. 619 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. What's up? It's your homeboy.
I don't have any homeboys. Cosmo Brockington, Radio Graffiti.
Support the Poop Tickle Army. www.pooptickle.
Shut up. El Foxo Loco, Radio Graffiti. I mean, are you kidding me with this crap, man? I mean, you actually have waited that long so that you can continue to play that ridiculous, stupid song by that stupid Skankosaurus that married, like, some idiot that was 40 years older than her so she can have a goddamn singing career? I mean, are you actually shoving this in our faces, for Christ's sake, man? Jesus Christ. One more. Sin Buse, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Al, what's good, Go? I like Soulja Boy. What about you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it. All right? That's enough of this crap. I've had about enough. All right? I've already had about 25 minutes in beyond the time of the traditional 3-hour time frame of the broadcast. Once again, folks, I want to tell everybody to please follow me on Twitter. And not to mention, join the Capitalist Army if you haven't joined the Capitalist Army by now. All right, I'm going to be out there possibly here in the next 15, 20 minutes conducting a chat out there at capitalistarmy.com. All right, so if you want to hang out with me a little bit, come kick back with me, break bread with me, chill with me, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let me take one more chug, and then we'll go ahead and close down the broadcast, shall we? Let's go ahead. Good stuff, man. It's good. Oh, one more time. Oh, man, I'm telling you, woo! Luckily, Austin's a little bit liberal as it pertains to people walking down the street a little bit inebriated. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's all good, though. It's all good. I'm probably going to go down to 6th Street, have some more Miller time, baby. It's Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's Thursday. Depending on how many people are on the street of 6th Street, they actually close the whole street off. But let me tell you, every Friday, Saturday, they close all of 6th Street off. You can walk in the middle of the street, and when 2 a.m. rolls around, which is the final time that you can actually get a drink legally in Texas, I mean, everybody's on the street in 6th Street, man. I mean, it's beautiful, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? And like I suggested, if you're coming to Austin, Texas and visiting, and you're a single male, and you're looking, you know, to possibly get into some rendezvous with someone of the opposite sex or the same sex, for that matter. I mean, you know, Austin is kind of weird, you know. I mean, we had like a trans testicle with a Fu Manchu actually run for mayor out here in Austin, Texas. This disgusting, despicable Ginger. That's the name of the person, Ginger. That's the name. But anyway, folks, if you come to Austin, Texas, and you don't have a good time, you don't find a significant other that you can participate in extracurricular sexual relations with, well, then by God, you should become gay. All right? You should just become gay. That's all there is to it. Obviously, the opposite sex just does not like your sorry, stinking ass. So the best thing for you to do is probably become gay, take it in the pooper, become a fluffer, service glory holes, or whatever the case might be. Either way, I love Austin, Texas, baby. Woo! Anyway, I'm sorry, folks. I'm a little inebriated. I wanted to say I'm sorry to all the folks that are listening in saying, well, what the hell's wrong with Ghost here? I'm chugging beers, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I'm chugging beer. Look, listen. I'm chugging beers, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, man, I'm already 30 minutes over time, but I want to thank everybody who's tuning in with me right now. Please tweet at me right here at Ghost Politics, all right? And not to mention, go to www.capitalistarmy.com. I'm going to be there here in about 5 minutes, and I hope to see you there if you're a part of the Capitalist Army. Well, by God, come on down and chat with me up in the chat rooms, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I want you all to spread the word about Baller Friday tomorrow, because I will be on tomorrow. You understand? I will be on tomorrow, Baller Friday, baby. And I want you to spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that we're in effect in the house. No BS. No garbage, nothing. I'm serious, all right? True Capitalist Radio is serious business. It's serious business, baby. So capitalistarmy.com, come on down, baby. I'm out of here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. You better tune in with me tomorrow, all right? All right? 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want you to tune in with me tomorrow for Baller Friday, all right? Baller Friday! Anyway, I better get out of here before I get arrested for public intoxication, for Christ's sake. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in with me. Every one of you folks that listen to my broadcast on the live or in the archive, you rule, man. It's because of you I do this. It's because of you I conduct this broadcast. It's because of your interest into the True Capitalist Radio is the reason I do what I do, and I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow for Baller Friday. I'm out of here. Take me out of here, engineer. I'm going for 6th Street. It's Miller time, baby.
You've been listening to True Capitalist Radio. The thoughts, views, ideas, comments, and opinions of the host of this show are absolutely his. Catch more live episodes Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30 Central. Or check out archive shows at blogtalkradio.com. True Capitalist Radio.
That's it.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.